Welcome to Dating Sim Sunday, now resurrected. Because we're here. True facts. Anyway, this game was sent to me by Best Girl in the Lengthy, and she sent it to me because she did background art for it. Fuck, I've completely fucked up my window placement now. Damn it, hold on. Damn it. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. Oh, Faithy, Neo. Okay, new game. Told the game should last about 3 hours, which, you know what? I'm really glad they put that in the description, the Steam description, because if there's anything I want, it's for a game to tell me how long it'll take to finish. Shut up, I can't hear fuck all. Ah, that's the sound of military action. Please stop. I awaken with a jolt. Through bleary eyes, the familiar scenery of the bunker slowly pieces itself together. Outside, I hear shouting, gunfire. Hello, Mia. Jess. I feel groggy. So apparently this takes place in like an alternate universe version of World War II or World War I. Fuck it, who cares? We're in the war. Explosions. My head is swimming. Men roaring. I drag myself to my feet and manage to stand wobbling on the spot for a second. I'm alone. She looks so surprised. There's nobody here. Where did everyone go? What's going on? I slowly lurch forward a couple of steps. Some rough BDSM happening outside. Jess, stop. Suddenly a soft rustling echoes through the dugout. The cloth concealing the bunker's entrance is thrown back and a faint, hazy light begins to filter inside. Hey! Not my first choice, honestly. He's disheveled but calm. He wears the uniform of a soldier, and his youthful face ill fits his haggard gaze. We got a poet on staff. Seeing me, he quickly makes his way over. He reaches out, places his hand firmly onto mine, and squeezes me tightly. I could see the unmistakable weight of suffering in his eyes. Eyes that have shone with the light of kindness in days gone by. Listen, I'm sorry. This kind of language works when you're in, like, a gritty war novel that was written in, like, the 1900s, but when it's in a dating sim visual novel, like... I'm sorry, I can't really feel it. You're gonna have to give me a minute to get used to this. His breath is soft and warm. Okay, hold up. I'm just making sure that was on. Alright, we're good. He opens his mouth, but can find no words. What the fuck is happening? My eyes finally rest. Okay, get to the point. Alfred Rouse. As his body moves closer to mine, I realize that I've been waiting for this moment. What? I've always known how I would react. What? The same way that any woman would react. What? I reach for the rusted pistol, resting on a nearby desk and without thinking. Wait, what? What? We right in this shit. Woo! That's a hell of a way to start, huh? Tiger's grip is wrenched from my arm. Okay, that's too loud now. I shoot a second time for good measure. He slumps over with a low, dry gurgle. His head droops onto his shoulder, and a thin trickle of blood runs down his chin. Damn! Well, Jess, you got what you wanted. We don't get to fuck this twink. His Leylandian uniform is stained and torn. What is going on? What's a Leylandian doing here? Has the attack started? Well, he definitely wanted to get some, but he ain't going now. They've reached our lines? They're actually here? Leylandian. If things have kicked off already, if they're in our trench, I need to find him. Could wait in the bunker? No. If he won't come to me, I'll have to go looking. Good thing she woke up fully clothed. Sky is... shit's bad. Oh wow. I spy a handful more Leylandians up ahead. You can tell they're generic and unimportant because they don't have eyes. Very good. Or they're the main character. You know, in like a dating sim. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, they have their backs to me, so I suppose it's my move. My wits fail me. I can't repeat the scene in the dugout. I bolt round to the nearest corner. Back the way I came then, I suppose. I look around. The stretch has all been but abandoned. The cacophony of battle fills the air. Shit is bad. I work my way into a corner. Wait. Heard of a fucking soldier. Whatever. I think this is more important than that. She wearing a skirt in a fucking trench? I will fucking fight you on this, dog. Who be wearing skirts in trenches? Is she wearing heels too? Come on. You can't run in a skirt. Ridiculous. I'll play dead if I need to play dead. Shit is so real. Oh, damn. Suddenly very aware that despite everything that's happened this past year, everyone I've met, everything that's been promised to me, I've somehow never felt so completely alone. Her eyes are purple! Look, I don't want to say anything stupid or presumptuous, or I'm really not a dramatic person. I swear, genuinely I'm not. Oh, right. I guess there's not much point worrying about that now. Alright, well, here we go. I suppose what's happened is, I found love where I shouldn't have been looking. Now, that sounds terrible. Ignore that. Listen, I wasn't looking, and I didn't mean love. Not in the sense things going well, or things being... Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I've misrepresented what I was trying to... Look, it was only supposed to be a throwaway comment. Stop analyzing it. I wasn't analyzing it at all. How's my voice acting? Is it improving? Went from a badass fighter lady to a dating sim protagonist in a heartbeat. I know. We may as well be playing as Seduce Me. The point I'm trying to make is I'm in trouble. There's a war on. A great big war. The Great War. Ah, okay, so it's World War I. Okay, awesome. It all started when there was this border thing. Basically, these soldiers and then these big politician fellas were trying to... It doesn't matter. None of this matters. And if things continue the way they have these last few minutes, there's every chance that it's all about to matter exponentially less. I always go into a monologue when my life is in danger. Background sound is from War of Warcraft Tides of Darkness when you beat a level. What the fuck, really? She looks way too good for World War I. I don't know, she's kind of got the hair down. People back in those days in like the when the fuck was World War I? 1920s? She's got the hairstyle for it, that's all I can say. Although we know it's alternate universe because there's a woman in the trenches. That's how we know. Very clever, these dating sim creators are. Close my eyes and slump my head on my chest. Just a run-of-the-mill dead girl here, no point in investigating further, none at all. Walks right up to me, kneels down. I don't think my heart has beat this fast in my entire life. This could be it. I mentally map out my hand's path to the pistol in my jacket pocket. It's too far. If this guy twigs, then I'm done. End of Alfred. No epilogue. Please don't notice. Move on. Go on. Go. Don't investigate. Do not investigate. Please. I feel something gentle on my cheek. The man's hand is icy with cold and coated in mud and filth. But I don't mind. Before I even open my eyes, I know who this is. I know it's him. Alfred? Are you... Oh shit, motherfucker, cliffhanger. Maybe this is a flash forward. Yes, it's a flash forward. And then we do the story, and then it'll go back to then, and then the dude we ended up getting with in the game is gonna be the dude that found me. Very, very clever these writers are. Oh shit, look at that. Admire Nalenthi's background art, everybody. That is one hell of a radio. That is one hell of a plant. That is one hell of a drawer. That's a desk, I think. Good job. I'm not being sarcastic. She draws way better than I can. Westling is at war with Leyland. Shit is bad. No, Nalenthi didn't make this. She did the background art. And, you know, she owed me a good dating sim, so she gave it to me. I assume she got a free copy anyway. All Westlinger men of age are encouraged to join up, serve their country with vigor, and earn their place in history. For those of you just tuning in, we've got a fucking war and shit. Alfred Rouse. You have way too much faith in me to assume that I know how to pronounce that. We're gonna call her Elf. I live in a small country town called Bushburg. Sounds good. It's nice. Sounds nice. I'd like to think I'm quite the high flyer in town. Oh, wow. So in advance of the dating sim I sent you turns out to be terrible. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's got... Well, actually, I didn't look at the reviews. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so she's really popular. Oh. Fuck your social power fantasy. None of this is true. I work at the post office and I've got one friend. She even looks like she goes to a Japanese high school. It's the face. She's got like that old 90s anime look, am I right? Or maybe 80s. She'd fit in a Gundam OVA. Am I right? Sorry, I don't know why I was trying to. I panicked. So, yes, occasionally I'm out delivering the post, but mainly I'm just a desk clerk. Oh, really? It's to protag too much? No, I don't. She's employed. There's an awful lot to sort every day, but I think I'm good at my job. By which I mean, I've never stolen any checks. That report just now has been going round and round on the radio all morning, and it's thrown me. I feel dizzy and numb. Dizzy and numb. Do they usually go together? Well, that's how I'm feeling anyway. I'm not a doctor. What's going to happen? Is this going to be a big thing? It's always a big thing. Ugh. Surely not. Big things don't happen. Not really. That's what I say every time somebody says that North Korea might stop being so horrible. That'd be a really big thing, but it's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. At least not in my lifetime. You hear about big things having happened, but they don't actually happen. I so feel this. People talk about them, but nobody's actually in them. Will it affect me? I'm a woman. I'm not really expected to play a massive role. Whatever happens, it'll be the men who have to go. Still, I'm cautious. Everything feels like it's up in the air all of a sudden. I sat, transfixed, captivated by the radio this morning. Time slowed to a crawl, then came to a halt entirely. That's impossible. The world was still. What I'm trying to say is, I'm an hour late for work. Damn it. I wish I could write like this. Apparently time, wasn't standing as still as first thought. There's nothing I can do now. I'll just have to try and clear my head and start the day. What do you think? Do you think if they do an update to this game, they'd hire me as a voice actor? Can't be. I chew the scenery too much. Too much into it. Act 1. Never Such Innocence. Oh shit, look at that post office. Well done, Alenthe. Right, here we go. Deep breath. Hopefully Miss Mueller not too angry. So, this is like fake German. I'm giving her like almost a British accent, but I can't do a German accent. Could pretend I thought everyone was supposed to turn up at 10. I don't think she'll believe that. I've worked here for 5 years. Could tell the truth about the radio distracting me and try to get sympathy because my cereal went soggy. I don't think she'll believe I'm the victim here. I am the victim. That was an appalling breakfast. Improve your skills a bit, you could voice tons of dating sims. Yeah, but that's the problem. Nobody wants to make voice dating sims because paying voice actors is so expensive. If you do all the art and writing yourself, you could pretty much make a dating sim for free. But you know, not everybody has those skills. Like the guy who made this dating sim. He had to get Enlistment to make the background art. Great job so far. Nope, whatever way you look at it, I've really messed this up. Good and proper. Come on, Elf. Courage. I'm still not saying Alfred. And into the oh, I get it. When she's thinking, her little thing becomes grayed out. That's cute. Into the Valley of Death. Oh shit, she don't got eyes. Miss Mueller, I'm so sorry I'm late. There was all the excitement, and I forgot to set my alarm, and I had a heart attack. I think she bought it. Oh, don't worry about it, Elf. Take all the time you need. And why not? Just a normal day, right? No breaking national news, right? Damn, what a bitch. She didn't buy it. Not like this is the busiest morning we've had in years, right? Nothing like that, right? Time for your pronunciation test. Llama, taco, talk, guam, bah humbug. Listen, you're just gonna have to accept that not everybody pronounces shit the same way as Americans do, Heman. Wanna fucking fight over this, Chet man? Anyway, back to getting chewed out by my boss, which is why I don't work. Sorry, I'm so sorry. How can I help? Too late, it's died down now, but if it picks up again, all hands on deck. Miss Mueller sighs and shoots a sideways glance at the rickety old door that leads to the office's kitchen. How did I mispronounce pronunciation? How does that fucking work? You know, I have such a good grasp of the English language when I'm writing, but when I try to talk on the fly, it just does not work. That is why most of my videos are heavily scripted. And pasta. What's the matter with it? What's the matter with pasta? And believe it or not, you're still only my second worst employee today. Oh, you don't join us in voice chat? I don't join you in voice chat because I don't feel like talking much. Like, it's like talking on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. It's very stressful for me. What is the short A? Is it pasta or pasta? Somebody help me out. Okay, continue. You mean... There's your twinks, Jess. Before I can continue, a young man emerges from the back room and strikes a triumphant pose, legs apart and head held high. But I did say background. Very well done, Enlistment. That is one heck of a post office. The A's in all those words I put have an ah, so pasta is supposed to be like that. But pasta... I thought that was how you pronounced it when you say, like, when you can join it with other words, like creepypasta or copypasta. Because it's not pasta, it's pasta. Because it's pasting. Come on. Because copypasta... It's like copy-pasta is, like, supposed to be copy-paste. Whatever, I didn't make the rules. Let's just fucking do this. He attempts a roar. I mean, okay. Fucking Simba over here. His voice breaks a little as soon as he begins. Oh, Jesus, don't tell me he's underage. His overall mood is unshaken. Like that line where that guy's like singing a really long note and then his voice like breaks in the middle of it and he's like, oh shit. Fear not, ladies, the cavalry has arrived. About GIF? August well. Well. It's GIF. We will never pronounce it GIF. I don't care what the original creator says. It's got a hard G. It's GIF. This is August. He's a postman, so I pretty much see him every day. You remember that one friend I mentioned? Unfortunately, this is him. Recently, he's been a little, shall we say, excitable. I'd wager he's loving all this. I've gotta say, I am absolutely loving all this. Bravo. There we go. He's been standing here spouting platitudes about a man's place in the world since about 9 o'clock. Wait, fuck. No! Fuck, what happened? Oh, God. We lost the stream there. What the fuck happened? My bits went to 0. What the fuck? They're dropping like flies here. What happened? No! Video output low? What the fuck? I pay $90 a month for internet, dude. This shouldn't be fucking happening to me. Oh god, I want to die. This is so embarrassing. Ah. Why you gotta be like this? Dude. Man. How could you do this to me? That's where all the Patreon money goes. If I didn't have unlimited internet, I would be, like, paying for gigabytes out the ass at the end of every month. It's just a fact. "9 o'clock? August, your route finishes at 8. Except he was late, too. Wasn't he? The news broke while I was out there. How could I contain myself? The town was entirely aflutter. Oh god. A flutter? A flutter. Quite categorically a flutter. Is Canadian internet service also run by the cartels? Yeah. Fucking Bell. You would not believe how much we pay for shit-ass internet here. It's ridiculous. Although the cell phone plans are worse. It's so friendly out there. Like when the fair comes to town. Seriously? Oh, absolutely. Everyone's just so desperate to discuss this whole business. Desperate to find out if you've thrown your lot in for the fatherland. In reality, we've had a lot of complaints about August giving randomly selected old ladies his life story on their doorstep. I only moved to the next house when I could tell they felt secure in their homes, and they knew I was representing Bushburg with pride out there. Well, it's good to have pride. That's August. It's not June anymore, is it? When they threatened him with legal action. You don't understand. This is my chance. You just don't get it, Mom. This is who I am. My God-given opportunity to escape the drudgery of civilian life once and for all. I have no idea how to respond to that. I'd just say I don't want to be fucking rude, but like, you know. He's the kind of go-getter that will, like, go through all the training and then, like, in his first fight, like, get shot immediately and then he's dead. We all get the letter about it, we're sad, and we're like, we all knew this was gonna happen. Gotta start learning eccentric accents. Well, they're all supposed to be German. I can't do a German accent. Like, I feel like if I even attempted it, it would be woeful. And just do slight variations on the same voice. Tell that to half the motherfuckers working for Funimation. See, now I've always enjoyed working here. But if you think it's the drudgery of civilian life, then who am I to argue? That is to say, pay that line no heed, Elf. It was really for Muller's ears only. This has genuinely been going on all morning. We're so behind on work. August, you in particular have a lot of sorting to catch up on. A true man has no need for trifling bureaucratic concerns. I have other priorities now. Priorities like doing my country proud. You cannot cage a wild animal, Mueller. Going after Funimation? Yes, I am going after Funimation. Seriously. You hear the same voice actor in like 12 different series, they're doing the exact same voice. Also, I have a bone to pick with the motherfucker who keeps injecting their agenda into dubs for no fucking reason. Looking at you, Maid Dragon dub, what the fuck was up with the patriarchy shit? I'm not into it, okay? Like, I love dubs, but it's just like, something is rotten about Funimation. Just, it's little things, but they add up, okay? And this post office is most definitely a cage. A giant, evil cage. Isn't just due to a small cast pool? They don't have a small cast pool anymore. Like, seriously. I'm following people on YouTube who do dubs for Funimation. They've got plenty of people to pick from. There are voice actors fucking everywhere now. A cage. I'm speaking metaphorically. Yes, it's very subtle. I am the wild animal. I am Iron Man. I know, my word. I know, August. Why did you even come in today if these are your true feelings now? You've come to say you know where to stick your job, is that it? No, not at all. A true man's strength is in his restraint. So you want to say you know where to stick your job. In an ideal world, a world free of consequence. Elf, no, that's not... Well, what is your game, August? Come on, spill it. August straightens himself up and affects, not quite a dignified tone, but certainly his closest approximation. All right, yes, I admit it. Brace yourselves, lady, for the truth can be a hard pill to swallow. I'm going to war. I apologize if I've been somewhat of a closed book thus far, but the fate of the continent will be written by men like myself. This bitch will never be as much of a gentleman as Layton. True dat. Miss Mueller, there comes a time in every man's life when he must gracefully step back from his job at the post office. And today is that time. That day. And I assume this apparent grace has something to do with you needing a job to come back to once this whole jaunt is over and done with. August forces a laugh in an attempt to convince himself that it was a joke. It's painfully obvious at which point her words actually sink in. Would you like me to grovel? Because I can grovel. A true man knows when to play dead, it seems. Miss Mueller, I'll take August shifts for the time being. Are you sure about that? Of course, all got to pull together, they were saying on the radio. Very considerate. Well, elves help lessen the blow, but I was planning to keep the job warm for you anyway, August. Not just anybody could consistently be quite so enthusiastic at 6 in the morning. Thank you, Miss Mueller. Allowing a soft smile to creep past his bravado, August glances at me out of the corner of his eye. And, thanks, Elf. Don't worry about it. So, August, you signed up? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't sign up. I never got to actually do it. Oh dear, oh my giddy aunt. What is wrong with you? Mueller, I'm really, really sorry, and this is really, really important, and I'm sorry I said it was drudgery, and I'm sorry about the thing with the old ladies, and you really need to let me get out of work for just a tiny bit, because this is really... Right, I'll allow this. Oh, wonderful. What swung you? Not wanting to have to listen to this every day for the war's duration. Fair play, right? Adieu, ladies. Time to make history. What's wrong? Where, hypothetically speaking, where would one go to sign up? Miss Mueller sighs deeply and rests her forehead in her hand. If you'd listened to a single thing anyone, other than yourself, had said all day, you'd know the young men are all convening in the town square at lunch. There's going to be a big recruitment drive. You're not going for this guy's rep. You can't fucking stop me. I've already got his voice down pat. Ah, brilliant. The people there ought to be more your speed than the grannies you've been chatting to in the overhung avenues. You can go once the time is right. Until then, we've got a whole haul of parcels to be sorting through. Shouldn't have even let myself get this distracted. Right, let's have at it then. A true man knows when it's appropriate to blitz through an otherwise crushing workload for the greater good. Some days August will sort a whole sack of post, and then I have to go through to sort it properly. Now, I'm not a psychic, but this feels an awful lot like it's going to be one of those days. The two of us set about rifling through today's outbound deliveries. Hard as it might be to believe, I don't hate August. I mean, he tests your patience for sure, but overall, he's definitely not someone I dislike. His mother was lifelong friends with my own. I know he's completely brainless, but we did practically grow up together, so I can't help feel like some of that might be my fault. I'm overdoing it, aren't I? I just like sounding dramatic. Up until very recently, he was cripplingly shy, you know. He wouldn't really say a word to anyone but me or Miss Mueller. Then a few months ago, this scruffy guy came in and started making a scene. Thought we were concealing a letter from his wife or something. He didn't seem entirely correct in the head. See, say Ari? Maybe. Anyway, August all but hid under the desk while Mueller got rid of him. He moped around for a good couple days after that. Then, seemingly overnight, he decided he wanted to be a real man, and all this weird, effective confidence sprung up out of nowhere. He'll talk everyone he meets into submission now. Betty Sayar, you think he's... Damn. That's a harsh bet, man. I can understand why he's immediately so on board with this whole war business anyway. I wonder if he considers it the next logical step. Thanks for covering my shifts while I'm away. Saint Elf to the rescue. It's fine. Are you excited? I'm so excited. Are you excited? About the extra shifts? Yes, over the moon. No, the war. I'm not sure if you've noticed, August, but I'm not really the target demographic for recruitment. Oh, rubbish to that. You should come anyway. Feel the excitement of the battlefield with a rifle in your hand and old August by your side. Women can become true men too, Elf. August, do you ever think before you open your mouth? I was joking. Yes, it was a joke. What the heck is this?
I ain't gonna lie, that girl had a big ass, though. Everybody say it with me. That ass. That ass.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before. But seriously, it's not just some boy's adventure, it's going to be your war just as much as ours, you know. Everyone's talking about the home front. It's important to keep morale up. There'll be war work, too. Apparently there's going to be factories and hospitals, and I'm sure it'll be exciting for some woman, but please do remember that I'll be taking over your job, which is practically the same as my job. I might not be in for the mad testosterone-fueled odyssey you think I am. Well, just in case, just cast your mind forward to when I return then. This place is finally going to have a proper man around. More than that, I'll practically be a local hero. Have you been talking to you, Bruh. I can't with these fucking names. I'm blessed to be presented with a rite of passage like this. Ugh, this fucking chair, I hate it. Especially at this stage in my life. I'm thankful I can take full advantage of the opportunity. Ugh. You think he's annoying? Alright. No, I feel you. No, that's what I'm trying to avoid. Why are you being such a pessimist about this? Well, I think I fucked that up, so you're getting what you want, Jess. August, I'm not being a pessimist. I'm being realistic. As is rapidly becoming a regular occurrence, I can't help but sigh. I've got a question, if that's all right. As long as it's not just more naysaying in disguise. What is it? What do you think the war actually consists of, August? Purely academically, in your mind, how do you envision spending your days on the front line? Oh, you know, war stuff. Discipline and training and field work. Camaraderie. Getting your blood pumping with good old battle. This guy's a fucking dumbass. And killing people. The part where you kill people. Okay, think back to primary school. Remember when your rabbit was asleep and you learned about bunny heaven? I'm not 7. I know what you... Right, firstly, my little rabbit's name was Hilda, so don't pretend you don't remember that. With Captain America. I just realized the thumbnail is August holding Elf in his hands. That shit's the front cover. I don't know what you were thinking about it. I don't know, man. I didn't check how many rotes there were. Maybe he's the only one. Answer the question, August. I mean, surely it'll ultimately come down to a part where you kill someone. Or at least try to. Are you sure that's... Oh, are you a pacifist? They told me about you people. Sorry, but you are undermining true justice and bleeding the fatherland dry. Applied to 5 jobs. You're still looking for more, trying to find an affordable college. Soon. Buy a house to bring my mom and Aunt with so they can retire. Well, I mean... I don't think I can really do anything other than say good luck, because... Man, I don't think I'll ever own a house. He recites his, I suppose, riposte? Fuck it, I don't know. Quite mechanically. Who's done this? Who's put this kind of thing into his vocabulary? Sorry, Elf, don't shoot the messenger, but I'm sure you can get help. I'm not a pacifist. I'm just wondering. With the greatest of respect, if you really think you're a good match for the hardened commandoed life... August's eyes dart away from me, and he glances at a clock as a diversion. He was clearly hoping against hope that his inquiry yielded the result it did. What? Fuck it. Hold on. I'm out of water. Gotta stand up for a second. I'll be back. so disappointing. Water takes forever to get cold. Ugh. And with facial hair hot, right? I could go either way, really. Doesn't much matter to me. Wait a minute. Aren't soldiers, like, not supposed to have facial hair? I thought they had to shave. Burning a hole in your logic, Jess. Ugh. This fucking chair. It's okay, I think Chet left. Lunchtime. Come on, let's get to the square. I can tell that this conversation is over in August's eyes. This guy's annoying. You're right, we shouldn't date him. At this stage, it appears that little is going to stand between him and the recruitment desk. Aren't supposed to be frail-looking twinks either. I don't know. Fucking look up pictures of soldiers from the old days. From World War I. Look them up. You might find a few twinks in there. Just saying. So many people. When we reach the square, the first thing that strikes me is the sheer amount of townspeople that have made their way here. At this exact moment in time, there must be hundreds. Women and children are milling about too, rather than just men, like I would have imagined. Stalls have been set up selling Westlinger flags, and there's even a group of rowdy old men belting out traditional Westlinger folk songs. People have put up streamers on the houses and shops too, and everyone's laughing and cheering. It's still very early to judge, but I will say that, so far, this certainly has the feel of a telling your grandchildren moment. Right, super. Where do we go? Where's this desk? It's probably something to do with that giant all-consuming queue, August. Yes, that'll be it. August attaches himself to the very back of the queue, and I stand with him to wait, well aware that I'll probably have to return to the post office before we reach the front. I have to say, seeing the whole great scene here does put my mind at rest somewhat. Maybe the war isn't going to be that bad? Oh fuck, I forgot. New background. Very good. Very good and lengthy. Very good. Alright. Is that Wolf? That sounds like a bara if I've ever seen it. If I've ever seen the name of a bara. Wolf here? No way. He's not exactly bara, but he's not exactly a twink either. Take what you can get, man. That sullen young man skulking around the back of the queue is Wolfgang. There's always gotta be a Wolfgang, huh? He used to work at the fucking these names. Why? That is Boschberg's main industry, by the way. We specialize in a very rare breed of artificially blue rose, and the majority of our men are gardeners working to meet the demand of nobles and industry leaders the world over. Okay. Like the Netherlands and tulips. Wolf wasn't exactly a model employee, though. He got the sack a few weeks ago, and he spent a couple nights in the cells since then for shoplifting and starting fights at the Kaiser's Arms. If he's in the square today, that can only mean one thing. Unless he's just rubbernecking. Lord knows he doesn't have anything else to fill his days at the moment. Mia, please. God damn it, he's clocked us. Wolf has indeed noticed us and is in the process of ambling over. Really not had the best luck today. I can't do a manly voice. Alright. Wolf, what do you want? Willfully oblivious to August's inquisition, Wolf barks a question of his own. You signing up? Yeah, that's right. Is that really all I came over to ascertain? Ascertain, my god. That's where the term comes from? I didn't know that. That's ridiculous. Well, Wolf, are you? I ain't decided. Well, I doubt there's a place for you. The war is a noble pursuit, for noble men. I know you like to steal, but the one thing you can't steal is respect. August attempts nonchalance, but the glimmer behind his eyes tells me how proud he is of that remark. I can steal a cricket bat, and I can beat 7 shades out of anyone who wants to disrespect me. Is that meant to be clever? You're a damned hooligan, Wolf. You're not fit to defend the nation alongside its best and brightest. Best and brightest, like you. Oh shit, we got language. Language warning, children. Man. Like you fucking postman. Never thought I'd see somebody say, you fucking postman. Let me try that again, the whole line. Best and brightest, like you fucking postman. What's that supposed to mean? It means I don't know why you're still flapping your gums. Defending the nation. What are you talking about? I can't do a low voice. Have you even been in a fight before? Ever? It's a bit tense now. Wolf advances on August and ends up standing slightly too close. Or is that what's going on? You trying to start something right now? Because I will murder you, son. Go ahead, Wolf. Hit me at the recruitment drive in front of everyone. Hit me square in the old face. Make a big scene. Prove to the world that you're not fit to fight for Westling. I never said I was gonna. I said I didn't know. Try to make your voice gruff, not like Shadow the Hedgehog. I can't do it. If I make my voice gruff, then my voice is gonna wear out. Besides, I should leave these voices to the guys. I'll handle the female voices. I've been told my voice sounds rather androgynous, but I don't know. Maybe I will if I get to see a rat like you get what's coming to him. Don't make me laugh. It's discipline that'll save your skin out there, Wolf. Discipline and the soul of a true man. You have neither. Ooh. Biting words. Sick diss. War is a calling, and someone who treats it like some pub brawl will last about as long as they deserve to. I think we should calm August down, because if we don't, he's gonna get his ass beat. Also, I don't really want to date him. Exactly. Shut your mouth. Elf, what's gotten into you? Guess if you're not gifted with the mindset of a man, you can never truly understand. Oh, get fucked, August. Not just anyone can be a soldier. As Wolf begins to roll up his sleeves, August's eyes widen. He points off to the other side of the square. Hey, that's Eugen. Eugen, over here. Eugen. After a good few seconds, the objects of August's hollering finally notice him and strides across the square to us. Thought August was the main character's little brother or something. No, they're just friends. He waves and smiles at assorted townspeople as he walks. Okay, with the buttons, he looks like he's wearing a fucking Japanese schoolboy uniform. Stop. That's at a short, sharp laugh. I can't do male voices, man. What am I supposed to do with this? Edgelord. Felicitations. Cease. JonTron looking ass bitch. Yeah, right. He looks nothing like JonTron. Maybe Danny. Eugene von Reinholdt. He is so effeminate. This rather dapper gentleman is Eugene. Is it Eugene or Eugene? What am I supposed to do with this? In the olden times, the Reinhold family were aristocratic patrons of the town, but nowadays they've lost quite a lot of their standing. Community leaders is more like it. I can't fucking read. However, and this is a very notable however, the Blaurose fields are located in their estate. As such, they become Boschberg's main employers and oversee the majority of the town's industry. Eugene's their only son, and the man of the family after we lost his father a few years back. So he's been the manager ever since. Against all odds, it seems he's actually a decent enough businessman as well. Where does the game take place? Alternate universe World War I. So, fake Germany, I think. This is fake Germany. It's Wessling something? I don't fucking know. Your lordliness. Hossman. I want to try a more effeminate accent for him, but I don't know if I could pull it off. That's not where. But I also said where. Fake Germany. What the fuck more do you want? Hossman, it's certainly a surprise to see you here. I can't do it. I can do better than this. It is certainly a surprise to see you here. Oh, and remember how Wolf was fired from the fields? Well, specifically, he was let go for lamping. What the fuck does that mean? They got in an argument. Oh shit, he gave him a black eye? Way to go, dude. Schoolboy error. Never punch your boss in the eye. I assume a mad posho like you has done his duty by now. Aha, that's right, Hossman. Proud to report that I'm shipping out to basic training first thing in the morning. Huh, as if I'd need basic training. How do you skip to advanced? I'm gonna do Wolf's route. I don't know, he seems like kind of an asshole. That's not how it... Eugen, Wolf thinks he's gonna sign up, and he thinks beating people up in the streets means he's gonna be good at it. Tell him how ridiculous that is. Come now, Will. I'll admit that Hossman's forays into the martial sphere thus far may have proved a little unsavory, but I'm willing in this case to don the mantle of the bigger man, and I can only advise that you follow suit. Could sometimes be a bit flowery. Me too, bitch. Always just assume that it's what he thinks an aristocrat sounds like. Never underestimate the chip on a backwater noble's shoulder. There might be more guys. Yeah, we gotta wait. Hold the cards, I think. Well, he's a smart enough guy. I'm sure he'll learn to adjust. Hold on. I've only just registered what he was actually saying. Is he really okay with the idea of Wolf signing up? Is the mood really that positive? Eugen strides over to an increasingly irate Wolf and empathetically places a hand on his shoulder. Hossman, if you truly are ready to answer the call, truly willing to take up arms in defense of Westling's beauteous esprit, her everlasting glory, then, sir, you can count upon my respect, and the respect of my kin. That was the foppiest set of sentences I have ever spoken. Anyway. Wolf bats the hand away. Christ, how are you not fucking embarrassed to say this stuff out loud? And I said I ain't decided. Unlike you two, I don't get fully erect when people start talking about respect. Repressed sexual tension, you're right, Neo. Jesus. You're obsessed, both of you. Lovely imagery. Wolf has such a way with words. He spits on the ground and turns to leave. I notice for the first time that he's clutching a large crumpled paper bag. Sod the lot of you. I'm off home. Granddad's gonna be wondering where I am. Well, wondering where his medicine is. And his whiskey. A winning combination. Greenness in his voice, he speaks. Thought it might be nice. To break some Leylandian heads, I mean. A chance to really bludgeon some of those smug bastards, you know? Hey, Wolf, that's not the part you should be... But I don't know. If everyone out there is just gonna be yapping at me all day, not sure it's worth it. And he leaves, apparently not in too much of a hurry. I hear sporadic mumbled curses as he slopes away. You know what's going on in this scene? They're waiting at the recruitment line to join the war. Damn, they're breaking heads. What about all those noble motives then, Eugen? Well, I cannot fault Hossman's commitment to the cause. I'm unsure that his fighting spirit comes from the most sporting of angles. This is a farce. The war's supposed to be how we get away from people like Wolf. What's wrong with you? Why didn't you put him in his place? Because, Will, it's not my place to decry the bravery of others. Whilst each of the fatherland's men must pledge their loyalty in Westling's hour of need, we may not always see eye to eye on the specifics. Sense the sexual tension? Not since Wolf left. But any Boschberg man who joins this conflict has sworn himself as my brother, and the reconciliation between my brother and myself is a beautiful thing to behold. This guy, I can't. Please stop showing up so I can stop doing your voice. Okay, fuck it. Good fucking lord. This is such a long-ass setup. Drat, no leaflets remaining. Well, I did leave a stack at the baker's when I went to chat to Falk, or as we know him now, Private Falk. Come to think of it, Privates Kellner and Pross from the fields took a satchel each too. As far as I know, they've been intercepting people on Main Street all day. This morning has truly been a whirlwind, but the literature seems to be doing its job. As things currently stand, we of the fellows now have enough men for our own company. Oh, thank you, Jess. This isn't a setup to a punchline, is it? Thank you. That's... forgive me the technical details, dear lady, but a company is roughly 200 soldiers, split across 24 small squads of 9 men. There is more of a hierarchy to it, but we'll save that for another day. But 5 companies, then you have a battalion. To think on that, 1/5 of a battalion completely accounted for by true and honest Boschberg men. It takes the breath away. And this is a fairly small proportion of our total enlistees. Apparently, there are still a few good recruits who have neglected to opt into the fellows. Truly, there is no accounting for taste. Well, spirits seem high here, at least. It reminds me of that street party last year. You know, when Prince Gunther was born. I can't remember the last time I saw so many people all out at once. One of your favorite streamers moved to Facebook? Ain't no fucking money in Facebook? Oh, I meant to say, Alfred, do you remember Land? If the main character's old geography teacher turns out to be a rout, I'm gonna stab myself with an ice pick. He used to be a corporal in the infantry. He signed up again and he's leading part of the fellows. Lange? I can't fucking pronounce it. We're gonna call him Lan. Lan? You're fighting alongside old Lan? You're serving under old Lan? Lan was a fairly odd older man. It didn't shock me that he used to be in the army, but to hear he'd gone back to it, that was quite surprising. This whole business is spreading a lot further than anyone would have thought. Heh, I was boarding at the hallowed halls of Lasso Academy at the time, so I never had the pleasure of encountering Corporal Lan as an educator. Until today, I knew him only as the wry storyteller one so often encounters, propping up at the bar of the Kaiser's Arms. But this morning it became evident that the only thing guiding his conscience is his wholehearted love for Westling's rolling hills, and it is this passion that makes him well equipped to execute his patriotic duty with aplomb. I don't know how to pronounce that either. So I guess the Shota option... We don't have Shotas. Like, if they're joining up with the war, I'd assume they're all of age. Well, actually... My grandpa was in the Second World War, and... Well, he wasn't actually old enough to fight in the war, but he lied about his age, so they let him in. It was a different time. Persona 3 Let's Play or a live stream? Well, live streams are more immediately captivating if you're looking for views. With regard to your question, Elf, we answer to Lan only if we are assigned to one of the 2 squads constituting his section. Otherwise, it'll be one of our other corporals. Who are your other corporals? Or any of your other officers? Oh, nobody else from Boschberg has the experience to lead just yet, so the bulk of our officers will be assigned to us in the field. But worry not, if a chap has attained a rank like that, I can see him being nothing but a true red-blooded Westlinger champion through and through. This is all so organized. This Boschberg fellow stuff sounds so promising. You've really got a handle on this, haven't you? I'm sure membership numbers are going to swell once word spreads a little. Eugen shoots me a confident smile. He straightens up and runs his hand through his hair. Rather, despite a puzzling dearth of applicants so far, I have no reservations about the appeal of a unit such as this. I await the influx of like-minded souls any minute now. To be able to create a home away from home like this, a spiritual outpost for our fair town upon the battlefields of Levasseur. I imagine that passing the time between engagements is sure to be a cozy and fulfilling experience indeed. And if Hossman is willing to ingratiate himself into our fraternity, we will bestow upon him the solidarity that each and every man of our outfit is afforded. I think there are more jobs being created online than ones where the person drives or go there. I don't know. I mean... I'd say there's, like, more online jobs, but it can be pretty hard to make money that you can live on working exclusively online. Unless, like, your main place has an office, but they let you work from home. I don't know. Any man willing to position himself on the precipice of the ultimate sacrifice or bring the heroic Westlinger crusade to the enemy by way of a bayonet to the belly is worthy of no less. We're unlikely to be bayoneting any bellies, though, aren't we? Realistically. Most of the fighting will probably be sorted by the time we get there. Gads! Hopefully not, my dear boy. That would be a crying shame indeed. Don't worry, there'll surely be more than enough action left for us. Yeah, right. That's good. Well, anyway, I'm still confident that Wolf will be the worst soldier any of us have ever seen. He's never going to make any ultimate sacrifice, is he? Luckily, Will, I would imagine not. Take my word for it, so long as proper gentlemanly protocol is followed in the heat of battle, meeting with injury or worse is a mathematical impossibility. This motherfucker has no idea how trench warfare works. I'm not massively alleviated any enemies. Dude, too many big words. Is this really how people talked back in the day? I think this is actually the longest I've ever spoken to Eugen. He's always just kind of been August's friend previously. But he's definitely in a good mood. Maybe that's why he seems a little more approachable today. Protocol is too fine a word for the jumbled half-thoughts Wolf has knocking about up there. Are we still talking about this? How long have I been... It's been like 10 minutes. We've still been talking about this. And of course I know we'll be fine, but there's no way in hell Wolf is going to follow gentlemanly protocol. Au contraire, Will. In times of great peril, a man's true nature is revealed, and only in the fires of war will Hossman discover his true, long-dormant virtue. virtue. His darkest dungeon? This is taking so fucking long. Nah, sorry, he's gonna be dead in a ditch. Harsh words. Anyway, enough about him, Eugen. You said that you've already... Enlisted, yes. A decision I can wholeheartedly stand by. It was the only conscionable response to these Leylandian infractions. That's strangely adult. I wasn't expecting such a sincere response. That and the womenfolk keep a special place in their hearts for a chap willing to answer the call. Of course. The patriotism, the danger, the dashing uniform. He's got a point. Uniforms are pretty cool. Not to wear them, but to look at dudes wearing them. All about that, kind of. Don't want to wear uniforms myself, personally. They're really fucking uncomfortable. Eligible lasses from here to Levasseur will be falling at my feet in no time, no doubt begging to walk the halls of Reinhold Manor in wedded bliss. Forget that strangely adult stuff. Unimpressed, August continues. The field's going to be alright, if you're not here, I mean. Yes, indeed, my mother has consented to suspending her retirement and once more overseeing the Blaurose cultivation full-time. I just realized I've left my keyboard lights on this entire time. I really don't need them on right now. They're just so pretty. Now that her son is fulfilling his sworn duty in defense of the fatherland, she knows that her duty, as a mother, has been a rousing success. So, are you going through officer training? Being a lordly type? Negative, my lad. I wish only to serve my country in the humblest manner I can. I've enlisted as a mere private to fight alongside the masses. If workers across Westling are joining our ranks, to vault myself over the heads of my countrymen would be churlish indeed. Churlish? Churlish. Churlish. I can't pronounce that correctly. No, sir, it's the common man's experience for me. Aristocratic though our peacetime military may be, in these exciting times, it is through the eyes of the man on the street that this war is best experienced. This is taking fucking forever. Very noble. It's pointedly not noble. Yes, good point. I always assumed Eugen's quest for beauty and honor, whatever it is he's talking about half the time, would be a lot more exclusive than this. I feel bad now, but that's the impression I've always got from him. It's because if he tried to become an officer, he'd just have to do more work. But then, if even Eugen is willing to stop his posturing for half a second, could that be the biggest sign yet that something's slightly off here? This writer is abusing italics. If this is to be the defining moment of our generation, all I can ask is that my experience is representative. Now I must away. The venerable Mrs. Reinhold has slaved away in the kitchen alongside a bevy of domestic servants, naturellement, to prepare a banquet fit to honor my departure. Well, I shall see you again as private whale, for certain. I am assured of your integrity. Take care of yourself, elf. Eugen swans off across the square with a spring in his step, and he leaves. Good lord, that took forever. How does he manage to make My Mother Has Made Dinner sound like a sprawling epic? Isn't it supposed to just be lunchtime? Well, I know how. I suppose the question is why. He must be excited. More than normal, I mean. For blue bloods like Eugen, a big old war breaking out is like they've won a sweepstakes on the first day of open season, which is also Christmas. But as he said, this is the first time it's been properly open to people like me. That's why I'm grateful. What, workers and nobles side by side? I guess. I don't know. Does the sudden opening of the gates not worry you? Just a little? Why would it worry me? It's progression. Society is progressing. Must you be so bitter? Do you really wake up every morning and think, which dream of August can I tear down today? Can we just fuck Wolf already? I don't know, man. He's got problems. Sorry. Well, yes, it's clearly the kind of thing that appeals to Eugen. This will probably stand him in good stead with the gardeners, too. He's always been good at impressing elderly mothers, grown men, much less so. Well, Reinhold Sr. left some pretty big shoes to fill, God rest his soul, but if Eugen's going to do his time in the army with the rest of us, there's no way he's not going to come back the talk of the town. At the very least, his own workers might stop giving him black eyes. I'm not sure if it'll ever go as far as that. August casually checks his watch before quickly meeting my gaze and speaking markedly more animatedly. Lunch is nearly over. Alfred, you should get back to the office. Oh, crackers. Yes, well, see you later, August. If I ever get to the end of this damned queue, yes. August looks like he's on the verge of speaking, but keeps thinking better of it. Finally, I give up and motion for him to continue. I'm a busy woman. Oh, apparently everyone's meeting at the Kaiser's Arms. At 8. Do you think you'll come? Some kind of send-off? Yep, should be fun. It would be great if you could make it. The Kaiser's Arms is our local watering hole. I figured that from how much everybody's been fucking talking about it. I get it, it's a bar. Come on, let's keep it moving. As it's a special occasion, I shall grace the establishment with my presence. Establishment is fairly rich. Nonetheless, August's face lights up. He looks far too happy that I'm turning up in a place like that. Ah, fantastic. Right, you'd better get going. Yes, goodbye. Try not to mess up the forms and end up in the Navy or Cub Scouts or something. I'll try. I don't know. Like, Dramatical Murder, like, it has a good story, first of all. Good story. But it also has a lot of non-consensual fuckery, and I'm really not into that. Like, I literally just, I couldn't make it through Mink's route. I couldn't. It was too much. Alright, I've got a lot of time to kill at work, so if you're interested, I can give you the full story of this whole war. The Great War, as they're already calling it. Do I get a choice in whether or not you tell me all of this? Please, it's taking so long. That name doesn't really hint at a small, self-contained struggle, does it? I'm sorry, I know it's annoying everyone to constantly be looking on the bad side. I'll try and be a bit more patriotic. Sweet pool. Hold up, I'm just gonna say these out loud for my personal reference later. Toganu no Chi, Lamento, Sweet Pool. I'm gonna keep an eye on those. I'm gonna look them up later. Always keeping an eye open for dating sims. Anyway. Oh lordy. This is the map? Not much to it, is there? I'm gonna feel really bad if Faithy drew... Not Faithy, Nalenthi. Why did I say Faithy? Guess it's because they're both artists. Well, I know. Faithy and Nalenthi should have, like, an artist off, you know, where, like, they have to, like, draw the same thing, but they're competing over it to see who can draw it better. I don't know. Is that a thing that artists do? Maybe they just do art trades. People used to do that on DeviantArt a lot. I'm getting off track. Anyway, I'd be happy to give you some information about the continent of LaSalle, as well as the political and diplomatic background of the war. Please don't. But I wouldn't say this knowledge will necessarily change a great deal of my experiences in the coming weeks, so I can condense it into an incredibly short passage if you'd rather get on with my story. For the love of God. Yes, I should probably get back to work before too long. Fair. Okay. So we gotta go across the fucking ocean to get to them? Actually, no. There's fucking mountains. We should be announcers for it. Well, here's all you need to know. Our country, the gargantuan nation of Westling, has invaded a far smaller one called Levasseur. This was in response to constant provocations from Levasseurs' ally and protector, Leyland, a similarly sized country to ours. The fight is primarily against Leyland, both over and on a region of Levasseur called Vermorel. There's also the small nation of bordering both Westling and Leyland in the east, but they're remaining neutral right now. We're not exactly the most remote town in Westling, but it's still a good few hours away on the train. It's unlikely the war will ever reach much further than that anyway. Once the fate of Vermorel is decided, it's sure to all fall apart. It's July 1914 right now, and Eugen August et al. I can't pronounce it. How the fuck is that? Never mind. Are saying it'll be over and done with by Christmas. I hope they're correct about that. Anyway, that's the story. Draw your own conclusions about who's in the right and who's in the wrong. I have no idea. But it's kind of irrelevant at this stage. I'm a Westlinger. We all are. And that's all we really need to hold on to at a time like this. Can August really know what he's talking about? He's quick to run his mouth, but does he really understand the things he's saying? The things he's signing up to do? He balks when he thinks he might get in a fight here in Boschberg, and a very large part of me thinks he doesn't appreciate what armed combat really entails. Eugen's sparkling rhetoric isn't exactly helping matters. He seems marginally more clued in, but does he even realize the full extent of what a war might actually mean? Wolf seems like the only one who might really know what he's in for, but given his reasons for wanting to fight, I'm not sure if that's a good thing. So, Elf, thoughts? The war? I'm not sure. I mean, we're doing it. I mean, we have to do it. I mean, war's fine. I mean, it's fine itself. I mean, I guess I'm not that comfortable with it being right here all of a sudden. Well, I don't think it's the kind of thing we can just ignore at this point, unfortunately. Someone's left a war in a basket on our doorstep with a note saying, "This is your war now, and it's our responsibility to take it in and care for it. Try and handle it well enough. Raise it into a good upstanding war that knows right from wrong." I think that's the single most incoherent analogy I've heard all day. I never thought it'd be you. I don't know how to process this betrayal. Look, I'm tired. It's on everyone's doorstep anyway. That's why all this national pride business is rearing its head again, I suppose. So are we going to pull everything together then? Be a proud Westlinger public service and all that? Oh yes, as a bare minimum, I'm doing some factory work in the evenings too, making ammunition and what have you. Women have got to step up right about now, Elf. It's great to see you covering August shifts, but if you ever find yourself at a loose end in your free time, we can always find you something to occupy yourself with. Thanks, I'll consider it. Hey, isn't it time you were going? Oh, yes, I was possibly putting it off a bit, but I'll go. It means more for everyone to get a good send-off than it does for me to sit here like this. Some shit's gonna go down at the bar. There's gonna be a fight. Wolf's gonna be there. Unable to shake these thoughts from my head, I slowly get up and leave. As I approach the Kaiser's Arms, I begin to hear raised voices. The shouts are quite identifiably coming from inside the pub. What the fuck's going on? New background! Go Faithy! No, not Faithy. Nalenthi. Fuck. I read your name. Because it's right there in the chat. Fuck, it's Nalenthi. Nalenthi did the background. She did a great job. What the fuck is the matter with me? Damn it. She's gonna see this on the recording and be so mad. Ugh. Damn it. Now my brain's all mixed up. Well, the heat's getting to me. What can I say? I'm sorry, Nalenthi. You deserve better than me. Oh, Elf. Good that you're here. Sorry, but there's a spot of bother. This guy's being difficult. I glance over August's shoulder and spy a gaggle of townsmen. Nalenthi. Thank you. That's gonna help. Oh no, faceless goons! Half of them are already in uniform. Did the war recruitment, really go that fast in history? Did everybody really get sent off that fast? They sign up and then the next day they're out? Damn. most of their last night of civilian living. Oh no, not another twink. He looks like that dude from Banana Fish. I haven't been watching that show, I've just seen a lot of posts about it. The one thing that unites them all is they are all circled around one particular shouting match between Eugen and, I believe that's Gerhard Lear. Oh no! No, don't give him that name! No! You heard me. What on earth do you mean to insinuate, Lear? I can't stop. Twink Master Extreme. Look at him with his fucking hands posed like this. I've said what I came to say. I'm not going into it further. Good intro. Doesn't quite match, like, Dramatical Murder, where every time a character shows up, this really excited announcer just shouts their name. That was the best thing about that game. I see Gerhard around town a lot. He's a gardener in the Blauros fields, and I believe he's involved with the cultivation of the roses rather than the pure manual labor. He doesn't seem like the friendliest of people, but you can tell it's not deliberate. He's extremely quiet and keeps to himself an awful lot. I don't think he has a very wide circle of acquaintances. Pokemon Novak. Well, you know, leering is like an actual thing people can do, you know? You don't gotta be a Pokemon to leer. Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention. What's with this extremely dramatic piano music in the background? I'm serious. How did this happen? Everyone calm down. I only came to try and say goodbye. Your excuse is pitiful, Lear, and your conduct sounds to me like that of a man with ulterior motives. Gerhard, are you a traitor after all? I'm not a traitor! I've told you, I can't go. I can think of only one reason why a young man in good health would not immediately commit himself to the fight. A contempt for the fatherland. A plan to sell out Boschberg. I hate this guy already. What? That's not true. My reasons are valid. I've said this already. There's something I need to do. Gerhard hasn't enlisted? Based on what I've seen today, he must really be in the minority there. Does he understand what's going on? Well, what exactly prevents you from standing with us on this historic day? Vagaries will get you nowhere, Lear. Illuminate us now. I can't. I'm sorry. I've told you, it's personal. Can we please move on from this? Come on, who's got some stories from the fields? I'll get us started. Eugen cuts him off. He's having none of it. Do you want Leylandians marching through these streets, Lear? Do you want the Blauros fields raided? Your mother, your sister, accosted by blackguard foreign infantrymen? Damn it, I was so close to getting that down. What? That's not fair. Wessling was the aggressor. Leylandians aren't going to be coming anywhere near the town. How dare you? Gerhard, you come in here saying these things? We were so heavily provoked. Have you been taken in by Leylandian propaganda? We're not the aggressor. We're the victims. No, of course we were provoked. Of course, I understand that. Completely, 100%. But do you also not agree that maybe we went a bit crazy there with the old reciprocation? Lear, it might interest you to know that I have, on my person, at this very minute, the Holy Blade Bitch, I can't pronounce that, but you have a fucking knife on you? He's packing and this shit? Come on. The person doesn't want to go to the war, they shouldn't. Why the pressure? Because it's 1914 and people were dicks back then. Holy Blade! Uh-oh. Whenever Eugene talks about his Holy Blade, he means a rusted old saber that usually hangs above his front porch. He can't honestly be planning on taking that to the war. The Holy Blade, dumb name. One of the twin Blauros blades passed down from Reinhold to Reinhold should the day ever come that a scion like myself must act in the defense of Boschberg's verdant fields. In other words, to defend the fields that, may I remind you, Lear, support even your wretched, cowardly lifestyle. Stop it, you don't need to say this. I And if Leylandian conquest is indeed your intent, Lear, then I compel you to own up to your crimes so that I may cut you down right now. Eugen, you're my boss. How can you threaten your own employee like this? Lear, you will address me as Private Reinhold. I fucking hate this guy. It is my duty to protect the humble endangered citizen, but if a non-fighting grub like you is going to affect heirs, then I refer you back to my earlier comment regarding cutting down. Gerhardt panics and scans the room for any support. He is met with row upon row of angry faces. He sees me and I realize that my expression is more inquisitive than anything. Don't date Eugen. No, that's not gonna happen. We were going for Wolf. Actually, I feel kind of sorry for him. Is that bad? Come on, do something, Elf. Lear, you will surely be aware that Boschberg's gentry are enlisting in their entirety. By which I mean, I am enlisting, but the workers of Boschberg, a far larger demographic, have also pledged their aid, practically to a man. So because you're all doing it, it's justified? Is that really your excuse? My life is my property. You can't just come and take control. You cannot attempt to frame us as the villains at this juncture. If you continue down this path, Lear, your reputation as the antagonist in this town's history will outlive you by centuries. No one's gonna fucking remember this kid, come on. Eugen, you don't know my situation. None of you know my situation. And if you continue to guard your reasoning, you cannot blame us. In the absence of elucidation, Lear, your excuses are void. I hate this guy. I hate the way he talks. I hate his fucking words. Fuck this dude. Actually, don't fuck him. Dating sim logic. Yeah, Eugen fucking sucks. How do you hope to find peace in your lifetime, sir? Do you presume to impress the townspeople with this display? Think of the future, Lear. A year from now, when the dust has settled, who among the fairer sex will afford a chicken so much as a second glance? I'm sorry, but really? That's your argument? Chicks ain't gonna fuck him in the future? Get out. You're gonna think I missed everything. Damn right you did. But I'm glad you're here, Sarah Dust. It is your own prospects you are ruining, not ours. How can you even be thinking like that? This is about so much more than... Lear, you were extended an invitation to this gathering on good faith that you would have found your courage by the day's end. It has become abundantly clear that you are a miserable, self-serving worm that will remain until the end of days. Please leave. Oh shit, he up! He won't pay it, but he'll get billed. That's Hossman? He actually did it. Wolf Hossman's in the army? How the hell did that happen? Wolf surveys the room, his eyes flicking from one person to the next, skipping right over me, of course, and gives a terse nod to the men assembled. Gents, his eyes come to a rest on Eugen and Gerhardt. What's going on here? Gerhardt hasn't signed up. See that, Gerhardt? Even Wolf signed up. It's a disgrace that they let him in, but still. Wolf is the worst person I've ever met, and right now you're doing something even he wouldn't. Gerhardt Lear didn't enlist. Wolf's gaze snaps in Gerhardt's direction. His brow wrinkles and holy shit, he mad. Listen to me, Hossman. How do I put this? You've never been much of a follower, have you? Please, you can't let this mob mentality get the better of you. Oh shit, he gon' kill him! Damn, bitch! Holy shit! I ain't ever seen that kind of fear in a man's eyes before. He appears to stop just short of actually throttling the smaller man with his own collar, though not by far. You think you can get away with this? What are you doing? This isn't just some... This is the war! It's not a choice. What kind of bastard little worm doesn't realize that? You're all the fucking worst. I hate every single one of these guys. You thought you'd just fucking decline, did you? Just say nah? Like that was an option? You're entitled to enlist, and by the way, sticking to your principles like this is really very impressive, and I actually considered us to be kindred spirits in that regard right now. If that sways your hands on the matter of letting me down... But it is a choice. This is a democracy, sort of, and I get a choice. Eugen von Reinhold over there signed up. He's practically leading the charge, and I hate him. I hate him so much. He's smug and affected, and can't take a single beating to the face without firing people, but I'm fighting by his side. You think I want to do that? Where's he going with this? This isn't exactly a convincing argument here. He looks around, obviously for another target, and sees August. August Wheel signed up. He's gonna be watching my back out there, and he's the drippiest, most cowardly guy I've ever met. Hello, Kiwi. You're so gay for each other. You channeling a yaoi fangirl now. Or so I thought, until tonight. Bitch, you did not just diss me. But people like me are supposed to be protecting people like her. Do you have any idea how that feels, Gerhardt? It's horrible. Wait, no, that's not the attitude to take here. Maybe Wolf wouldn't be a good salesman with mind games like these. I don't want to fight for this dogshit town, but I have to, Lear. It's not a choice. Not for me, not for anyone who isn't a total waste of bloody skin. Damn. Really? Okay, that's it. Elf, can you please step in? I would step in. Shut up, Eugen. You don't allow anything. Christ. Look at me, Lear. Even I'm in the fellows, and I've got a man against the wall. How dare you? How dare you, who isn't even threatening anybody in a pub, not sign up? People like you are destroying our country from the inside out. What are you hiding? You're one of them, really, aren't you? I'm not. I'm not a Leylandian. I'm a Wesslinger, pure Wesslinger heritage. Then what's the problem? I'm not a soldier. I'm a gardener. I'm a horticulturalist. I read books. I read books as well, Lear, and every book I have read is adamant that the pursuit of glory on the battlefield is the most noble and pure of all callings. So, I gotta ask, in the middle of all this, how's my voice acting doing? I think I'm kinda nailing it. Just a little. Just a little. This is fun. I'm having fun here. I'm not a killer! You're right, you most certainly do not possess the soul of a killer, but what breed of man lets that stand in the path of his fucking French bullshit? If you don't have a mind for war, Lear, then you can always give it to your body. You can't honestly be saying... Indeed, Lear, it's an unsettling truth, but a truth all the same, that not every Boschberg man will necessarily make a safe return. I mean, 11 out of 10. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Well, technically that's true about some men, but I'm not sure about the fellows. Either way, those who do not fall heroically can sleep easy. Those who do fall heroically can sleep easy, their souls at rest knowing that they gave themselves to a most honorable cause. You can't be serious. You expect me to apply that to yourself? You expect me to believe you apply that to yourself? I wholeheartedly do, Lear. Any man who fights should know that true victory, true glory, can only be attained if one is first willing to put down their life as collateral. And if the tide of history should sweep Eugen von Reinhold away, then so be it. No, I can't speak for you, Eugen, but I certainly have no intent of being swept away by anything. Likewise, I ain't budgin'. I am the tide. You're all going to be swept away. None of you are the tide. I think you'll find I am the tide, mate. Nobody is the tide. The only ones who won't be swept away are people like me. A number of the fellows begin to loudly voice disagreement, but Eugen throws up a hand to silence them. Well, Hossman, I pray that your words are true, gentlemen. Lear, While you are whiling away your final days as a lonely old pariah, I hope you are forever haunted by the fact that you missed your chance to stand shoulder to shoulder with the Boschberg fellows in their finest hour. For while we are destined to be chapter headings in Westlinger history, you are to be consigned to a shameful, bilious footnote. Yeah, well, nobody remembers the name of the foot soldiers unless they did something cool. This guy's not gonna do something cool. A real man knows what he has to do, Gerhardt. Real men don't get scared. If you were any kind of man yourself, you'd understand. It stinks in here, the smell of cowardice. Indeed, all the truly distinguished gentlemen in the establishment should be retiring soon anyway. Tomorrow, we ship out. Let us away. I'm sure the momentous occasion will allow this party to spill onto the streets as we return home. As he makes to leave, Eugen passes by me and seemingly registers my presence for the first time since I entered. My apologies, Elf. A lady should not have to endure the presence of such an ugly, shameful soul as Lear's. I don't like our main character. She hasn't done fuck all. Like, she couldn't stand up for that guy. She shot a guy, but then, like, she just bitched out. Like, what are we supposed to do with this? We leave, in the pursuit of a farewell party free of his seditious presence. Please feel free to accompany us. It would mean the world to the men. Wolf follows closely behind. They fucking leave. Elf, are you coming? Hang on. I made an order when I entered. Just let me cancel it. I'll be right with you. Alright. Oh, I've got to catch up. See you in a bit. So are we gonna talk to the dude that totally got fucked over by this whole patriotism shit? But I need to understand something before I can leave. I go over to Gerhardt, by this point a crumpled mess, catching his breath on the floor. I feel sorry for you. No, help him out, God. Oh, thank you. I really wish nobody had seen that. I stretch out a hand and Gerhardt takes it and rises to his feet. We stand for a second longer, clasped in some strange variety of handshake. Gerhardt Lear. Yes, it's been mentioned a few hundred times. Gerhardt winces slightly. Mm-hmm. Releases my hand but says nothing. Is he waiting for... Oh, Elfraus. Pleased to meet you. I mean, would you stand up for someone in a bar filled with angry men? Well, I mean, it's 1914, my bad. If you're a woman in that day and age and you stand up for a dude in a bar, do you think the guys are gonna beat the fuck out of you? No, they wouldn't, because that would give them a bad rap. Because nobody hits girls. In public. She could have pulled it off, I'm just saying. She didn't, because, like, she... anxious as fuck. Oh, that's good. Today. I've had worse so far today. He forces a small laugh. I'm not sure his heart's really in it. Wow, okay. Now, Mr. Lear, I don't mean any offense, but... No. I'm not having this conversation again. I've got my reasons, that's all you need to know. Goodbye. Now, listen, my interest is genuine. Why can't you go? I know you were talking about not being the type, but I remember you saying there was something you had to do, too. No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to... Listen to me. I'm not trying to seem... Excuse me, Mr. Lear, is it? See, a nearby patron set his glass of tap water on the table and rise to his feet. Takes a hold of a fine walking stick from under his chair and ambles over. Oh, fuck, is that the geography teacher? That looks like it'd be the geography teacher. He's got the glasses! Your reasons are your own, Mr. Lear, and I would not dream to intrude upon them. But if I may venture a suggestion, you should not let them prevent you from doing the right thing in whichever way you are still able. Okay, it's not him. I recognize this man. His name's Sanger, if I remember correctly. He's Eugen's butler, right? This is a bit of a surprise. I don't think I've ever seen him out socializing before. And what's he doing dressed up in that tatty regal wear? Shut up, I'm not doing it. I'm not signing up. No, that's not what I suppose this must all seem rather suspicious in the wake of the altercation right now. Excuse me. Are you... apologies, miss. You can call me Sanger. I work at Reinhold Manor. Helmet. Bravo. Bravo. Yes, I thought I recognized you. Oh god, we get it. Introductions, fuck it. The uniform you find me in, Miss Rouse, is that of a captain of Bushburg Home Guard. Home Guard? You're not going to war. I am not. Since my youth I have been afflicted with a most inconvenient condition, one which would make such an endeavor difficult, to say the least. Helmet chuckles and taps on the handle of his stick. Though God save me these legs, their use is inhibited more than a little by the polio he also saw fit to charge me with. Accordingly, when I attempted to lend my strength to Westling at the recruitment desk this morning, I was summarily rejected from active service. Inconvenient, he calls it. Polio. I've heard of stiff upper lip, but his upper lip must be cast iron. So you wanted to go, but you can't? Yes, but I aim to do my duty all the same. I dug into the loft and found Eugen's father's old cavalry uniform. Miss Reinhold said I could have it, and as of mid-afternoon today, the Bushburg Home Guard is fully operational. If your reasons for not making the war are compelling and your dedication is true, then we will be pleased to admit you as our second member, Mr. Lear. He appears to become reticent. I'm sorry, perhaps this is a bad time. If this is a personal conversation, then I do not wish to intrude. I'm confident you two can resolve whatever marital dispute. What? We've just met. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, I had assumed that you were possibly struggling to cope with your husband's inability to do his duty. I see now that I may have overstepped a boundary. You know what? We're wasting a lot of time here. A lot of time. Is this Full Metal Alchemist? Well, we are in fake Germany, so maybe. But I don't know. I think this is just like an alternate World War I in which, like, in the idea that the countries are fake and women can enlist, I guess. Oh my god, stop having this conversation. I'm so over this. Hello, Robin. I'm not disabled, I'm just... Okay. Nobody's trying to help. I don't want people to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. The whole thing should have just never happened. Why can't you people understand this? Why can't you leave me alone? Mr. Lear, calm yourself. Ah, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Wait, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? No, back the fuck up. What the hell is this? Is this gameplay? The background has color now. What the fuck is this? No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I was not prepared for this shit, okay? God. I didn't think I'd have to make any difficult gameplay decisions like this, man. Yeah, panic talk action in World War I. You don't understand. You'll never understand. Nobody will. None of you will. Mr. Lear, snap out of it. If you lose control here, you'll only embarrass yourself. Embarrass myself? That shouldn't. Don't you see? None of this is going to change anything. Gotta outwit him. He's closed off. He appears to be having some sort of episode. I'll have to try and reason with him if I want to defuse the situation. Sometimes when a conversational partner is flustered, they and Elf will enter a battle of wits. Oh my god, they actually put this into the fucking game! I'm losing it, bro. Choose the right answer in line with their mood or according to factual information that you have accrued, and you will defuse the situation. Sometimes you will have unique objectives, but today is a more standard encounter, but you must attempt to calm your adversary down. Your opponent will be in possession of a set amount of wit points. As this is somewhat of an introduction, Mr. Lear only has one. You always begin with 0, but gain 1 wit point for each question you answer correctly. If you can equal or beat their wit points by the time all questions have been asked, then you enter a coup de grace and get one final all-or-nothing question to decide the winner of your verbal bout. I'm going to save. It Doesn't show the picture, but I'm sure that's fine. If you can manage to get a purse score by maxing out your wit points for the duel, then there are certain bonuses. Heart points. Fuck me, I'm out of water. I can die. I can fucking die. Finally. It shouldn't matter that I'm not going. I'm one man. One insignificant man. It's not anyone's business. Why do we all have to go? Why? Both of these are really shit answers. You know, like some things are more important and I'm not going either. Of course she wouldn't be going. She's a woman. Also, this dramatic violin music. Or fiddle music, I guess. Am I drunk? No. I'm out of water. God. Oh, he's gonna be so mad. I want to go for the other one. Fuck it. Yes! Fuck it. I want to see what happens. Ah, that was the right answer. Yep, I'm staying in town too. More people are than you'd think. I thought that would be a bad thing to say because you'd just say, like, obviously you're not going, you're a woman. More people than you'd think, Mr. Lear. Wait, what are you saying? Of course you're not. Exactly! This is what I was talking about! That's just because you're a woman. Why would that calm me down? See? That's what I was worried about! Because the ones who are giving you a hard time are all leaving. They're all going to be far away. Surely that's a welcome development? What I'm trying to say is not everybody is out to get you, Gerhardt. Some of us might understand where you're coming from. Seems to be responding to this line of reasoning. I'll try to keep it up. Wait, hold on. You might be saying this, but it doesn't mean a thing. The rest of the women have been accosting me all day, and you can be as bad as any of the men. They've been coming up to me and giving me white handkerchiefs. Oh, fuck the white feathers! I remember that! Oh, I think I learned that in a TIL. They gave the white feathers to men not going to war because they were seen as cowardly. People were real bitches back in the day. Why is treating you nicely such an issue? It's not a debating tactic, Gerhardt. I'm not trying to trick you. If you want to be left alone, then why does it matter what anyone says? Because I'm not a coward. It's misinformation. It's slander. All of you are the cowards, if anyone is. You'd gang up on someone like me? And for what? Because you need one more guy so desperately? You should be ashamed. Gerhardt, I'm not saying anything. Stop putting words in my mouth. You all know that this isn't my fault, right? If you need someone to be angry at, what about the guys that started all this? Nobody should be beating up Gerhardt Lear, the gardener. Focus on the assassins, the Leylandian ones. They're the ones to blame. Damn it, I didn't read that whole fucking thing. Fuck me. I didn't read it. Ah, I should have read the long version. Fine. Well, actually, Edgos was staying neutral, so I guess they were from Levasseur, right? Hey, we did it! The assassins were from Levasseur, Gerhardt. Have you not been paying attention? Try taking a step back. It might all make more sense if you look at the grand scheme of things. If you had a broader understanding of all this, people might not think you were just being selfish. I know what's going on. I'm not in the mood to be talking politics, that's all. Oh, regardless, if you're blaming Levasseur for this, then what's wrong with taking the fight to them, rather than lashing out at strangers in the pub? Oh, God. Look, you don't have to fight, obviously you don't, but you've got to be realistic about what that means for you. You can't just pretend it's not happening, you're still in the same world. Do you even understand why everyone's so incensed, Mr. Lear? Of course I do. It's you who doesn't understand. I know I don't have to fight, but that's not why this is a problem. It's a problem because I'm still in the same world. Because doing nothing is now some kind of statement. I don't even get to do nothing. I'm not an aggressive man. I never asked for any of this. I left the boat as unrocked as it could be, but I'm still trapped in the damn shipwreck with everyone else. I just want things to go back to the way they were before. That's all. I'll be back, but fuck. Damn it. I'm gonna save before every question. I know I am. Hey, we did it! We did perfect! Except for the time I fucked up. Gerhardt, don't you hear what everyone's saying? The war will be over by Christmas. How in the hell would that ever happen? Private Renhold and all his bully boys are thrilled that things turned out like this. If the whole army is the same as they are, this could go on for decades. I don't think that's true, Gerhardt. Deep down, you want the same thing. They're only getting involved so they can make things normal again. I guess they're just a little more enthusiastic about the process than you are. But the only way for it to be over any sooner is if more men enlist, and you have the same options as everyone else in that regard. If you don't want to sign up, then I won't attack you. But complaining is so unhelpful that I'd call it irresponsible at this point. That's not what? Not fair? Not accurate? Not nice? Only the last one's true, Gerhardt, and we both know that isn't my fault. He's exhausted. So am I, though. I think we're both ready to end this. I'm sure there is another way. Yes, but I can't bring it about. What, you mean? I just have to pray that the politicians can sort everything out in time. Why is it even that hard? From where I'm standing, everything, all my pain, all my fear, all my everything, can be solved with the flick of a pen. But they're not doing it. Gerhard, don't. How will it help to go down this road? Listen, I'm telling you, everything could be solved if we just give Leyland the bloody land they want. What does it even matter to any of us? What would change in any of our lives if we gave it away? Damn it. Going again. Yeah! We did it! We're not trying to defend Vormoral, Gerhardt. We're trying to take it. Levasseur would only give it to Leyland anyway, but it's us having our eyes on it that started the whole land grab thing. I know, obviously I know that. Yes, you do. You corrected the others on it earlier. These are really basic mistakes you're making. Please stop this. You're just going round in circles. Yes, everything might be different if, well, everything had been different, obviously. How redundant a truism do you need, Gerhardt? We've all got reasons we wish things had turned out differently. I was trying to reach out to you. So calm yourself. We just want to talk. I'd rather not. I'd really rather not. But, victory. Isn't that fucking music? Cases like these, your achievement is honored with a piece of bonus art! I already saw that. Okay. From Because We're Here early demo. Oh, so that's just slightly different art. Original verse CGs by J.O. Bartels. Fantastic. I missed top 10 anime battles. I still don't want to talk about. You can't make me talk about. We won't ask your reasons for staying home. But either way, you must be aware that you've got a hard road ahead. What? Well, we've seen the attitude of the townspeople. You've not exactly chosen the path of least resistance here, Mr. Lear. I'm sticking to the chair, for fuck's sake. Like people making fan art for your channel. I fucking love it. Doesn't happen often, but, you know, fucking love it. But I believe that you can handle it. If you're confident in your decisions, then the situation will always be manageable. I don't have the... Bushburg Home Guard are always here to support you if you are willing to accept my aid. And if you are ever taken by the desire to do what you can for your country, then know that our doors are always open. The Home Guard is for people who have failed to ship off. This is different. I'm not disabled. I'm not a cripple. I'm just... Gerhardt hurriedly turns and goes for the second time to flee the pub. Wait! And he's gone. The door slams behind him. Helmet's face betrays the sharp pain he suffered from his attempted pursuit, and he clasps tightly onto his stick to keep himself upright. He's gone. Are you all right? Don't worry about me. Unlike Mr. Lear, I am a cripple, but I am used to it. I wonder if I ought to be offended by his words. I don't think he means it. He obviously has a great deal on his mind right now. Well, I am still well aware that at the end of the day, my attempts to keep pace with my Bushburg brethren will be stunted, to say the least. This war is going to put me at the bottom of the pile. But it is not my job to wallow. That's not important. Only if I keep my chin up can I ever even hope to fulfill my duties to our fair town. The home front is going to be vibrant. I mean it. You shouldn't be so grim. Everyone is going to appreciate your efforts, I'm sure of it. And that would be quite the reward. But I am more aware than anyone of how little I deserve such an honor. I've never spoken to Helmet for this long before. Seems like that's happening a lot today. Made fan art. Where do you send it? You could send it to my Twitter, or my email, or post it on the Discord. There's a lot of different ways. But you should tweet it at me, because then I can retweet it, and then everybody will see it, which is good. I realize it might not be best to ignite an entire debate at this stage. Please pay me no heed. By the way, should you not go, didn't your brother say he was waiting for you? What are you... August, he's not my brother. God, this guy is so bad at knowing how people are related. No? Yes, I think so. Yes. It was very much an unconscious conclusion, sorry. As my attempts to get through to Mr. Lear have shown us, perhaps I'm not the best at reading people. Probably won't dwell on that. No, it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm going to be very busy in Boschwerga in the next few weeks anyway. I'm sure that I will see you in the course of my duties. Adieu, Miss Rouse. As I leave the Kaiser's arms, Helmet waves. Hopefully I'll see him again, and like he says, that's very likely. I have a lot I want to say, that I feel he needs to hear. But right now, I need to find August. Ooh, more background art. Way to go, Nalenthe. Oh, no, wait, that's just the same one, but nighttime. I take it back. No, I'm kidding, it's still good. The street is deserted. Other than that, a quiet hum from the pub behind me. Only distant crickets can be heard. Uh-oh, was I really that long? Where did everyone go? Oh, fuck, it's Wolf. Jess, get back here, your husbando's approaching. I relax slightly. I have no idea why, but apparently I relax slightly. You. Wolf, where is everyone? Damned if I know. Think everyone's already slunk home. Seeing my frustration, Wolf sighs and tells me what I want to know. Eugen and August ran off to the manor. Alright, thanks. As I go to leave, I can feel Wolf just standing there, watching me. In the light of his help, I feel kind of obligated to make at least a token attempt at conversation. Why are you out of uniform? I thought everyone was going to be dressed up. Didn't realize it was only half of them. I only did it reluctantly. You tsundere little bitch. Then ended up looking like the most eager guy there. Worst possible combination. Oh well, you weren't to know. Oh shit, I got a fucking thing. We'll be linking on the Discord. Oh, that's like 2 hours old. Fuck, how long? Oh, it's been 2 hours. Wow. Somebody subscribed. Cool. Anyway. Ought to shut up those friends of yours. Now, come on, I've had enough of this. I've decided as a farewell gift for the others, I'm going to take Wolf up on this. Wolfgang, considering what might lie ahead, is aggravating August and Eugen really the most helpful course of action right now? Don't care. Do not care. If I've got to do this stuff to show I'm a better soldier than they'll ever be, then I'm all for it. I am the best soldier. Best one of all. Like no one ever was. Wolf, are you really that keen to enter combat? Kill people? Yeah, absolutely. Wow, and like a certain someone, Wolf at least cuts to the chase. If you don't mind me asking, why? You said before that you didn't care about things like honor, so I know it's not that. I don't care about anybody's honor. Certainly nobody in this town. But a country's different. A country means something. Wolf is the edgy one. Yeah, he is. He also might have a tsundere thing going on. I guess we'll get into that as it develops. That and this rock can only be a good thing if it means I get to put some Leylandians in their place. That place being on the end of a bayonet. Yeah, I remember you said before about the Leylandians. Hate them. Out of interest, do you know where this comes from? What? I don't know. They're just bad, aren't they? Never met one I didn't want to deck, and now I've got the chance to do a lot more than that. Granddad hates him too. He used to scrap with him when he worked up north. My dad was the same, I think. I'm happy to carry the torch here. They're never going to come to Boschberg, you know that. The fight's over in Levasseur, even if Leyland take over that region. Vermero. Yeah, thank you. Even if Leyland take over Vermero, they're not exactly about to invade us. We're safe. Taking arms when people storm into your country ain't anything special. That's self-preservation. Patriotism is when you fight for Westling, even when you gotta leave home to do it. I mean, I think that's true. I see the logic there, but it doesn't feel like something you should factor into actual life decisions. What now? You're biting your tongue. Oh, I don't know, I guess. Even if I agreed with you, it's still not the sort of thing I'd go out of my way for. If you're going far enough out of your way, to kill people, do you not consider there could be better things to do with your time than... Do you not want a job, a proper one, or a family, Wolf, or a life? There's a lot of things I'd like. I don't fancy my odds of ever getting any of them. Yeah, makes sense. I'm not sure I really articulated this to the right person. Anyway, hating him is a good thing. That's why I'm already the best soldier. You think Eugen or August will be able to pull the trigger when everything's said and done and they're eye to eye with Leyland? Wait, with Leyland Eugen and Leyland August? You think they'll do it? I can't say. Yeah, me neither. Leyland Wolf, though? Leyland Wolf had better watch himself. Okay, shut up. This is just silly. Leyland Wolf's days are numbered. Okay, stop. Surely in the heat of battle, people are capable of uncharacteristic feats. Well, when it comes to those two, I'd be surprised. Some men are cut out for it, and some ain't. Nothing more. You really do know what you want from the war, don't you? Yeah, and I'm gonna get it. Easy peasy. I guess everyone really does have their own reasons, and after the day I've had, it's kind of refreshing to hear Wolves be so simple. By which, I suppose I mean, it's refreshing to hear someone searching for something that's definitely there. August and Eugen know what they're searching for, but I'm not entirely sure it's there. Wolf's searching for a pretty bad thing, but at least it's eminently attainable to someone with enough commitment. Why are you talking like this? I don't like it. And I thought I was a hooligan anyway, a damn waster. August says you're a waster. I don't recall doing so. For the record, you are, but I think you might be other things as well. Well, for the record, I thought you were a patronizing know-nothing, and you are. Oh shit, hold up. No blush, but he is doing a tsundere look away. We're getting there. But likewise, it's very odd to see Wolf this contemplative. It's dawned on me that everything the men shipping off tomorrow was doing to my psyche, all the nostalgia, all the trepidation, everything, must be doing tenfold to them. But he's trying to insult me, and it's just coming across as poignant. This is bizarre. It feels like an opportune time to ask. Wolf, can you watch out for them? What's this? No, obviously not. It's gonna be every man for himself. Never mind what I was saying. Wolf's a scumbag. 14 seconds before he calls her Baka. Imagine. Right, sorry. It's fine. I've had enough of the interrogation. I'm going home. Yeah? Oh, I think I did something right. Jess, where the fuck are you? I'm doing what you want, bitch. Yeah? I suppose. See you. I can't do the voice. It's bordering on surreal to see Wolf in such a rational mood, even if he does immediately then default back to his usual defensive self. He's gone, anyway. Right, I better get to the manor and see if Eugen or August are still around. Oh gosh, I hope I haven't missed them. Wolf is okay? Ooh, new background art! There's nobody at the manor. Oh dear, did I really walk too long with the others? Did I really talk too long with the others? Has everyone gone to sleep? All of a sudden a light comes on in the porch. A figure emerges and slowly makes its way over to me. Elf? What are you doing here? Looking for you. For me? Yes, you and August. Oh, yes, I suppose that would make more sense. Well, mission accomplished. If you want to locate a chap, go to his house, I suppose. However, I'm afraid that August has meandered off. It is important that we all get early nights in preparation for tomorrow's departure. Yeah. I was thinking to myself earlier, I simply can't imagine what's going through all your heads right now. Honestly, I'm very excited, very anxious, very calm. Those are fiercely contrasting things. Well, I suppose, but the overall feeling is contentment. Contentment? Contentment, acceptance. This could be good. It could be bad. But we cannot turn back at this point, nor would I wish to. Ever since I was a boy, everything has pointed my life towards this moment. The fables I was fed as a toddler, the verse I devoured in my school years, the piles of my father's old military artifacts strewn throughout the house. Oh, that's right. I ran into Sanger in the pub. He was wearing your father's cavalry jacket. Ah, yes. Mother informed me of his intent to form a home guard unit. My heart goes out to poor Sanger, and I truly hope for this endeavor of his to be met with every measure of success imaginable. One almost hopes for an invasion of Bushburg just so dear Sanger may encounter the same Dude! Stop! Next. I hope that was a joke. That was a joke. Ah, top notch. But as I was saying, easy though it would be to claim that the Blaurose fields prevent me from taking an active role in the fighting, well, every piece of education I have ever received has taught me that a crusade like this is indeed the most beauteous and rewarding pursuit that a gentleman can, pursue. I have no doubt that the chaps from school will all fight side by side with the men of their respective locales, and our hearts will all swell with joy to know that when the war happened, we were there on the front lines, earning our place in legend. August's been saying some awfully similar things. Will thinks the war is going to make him a grown-up, and I am in agreement with that theory, in the sense that participation in such a campaign is sure to bequeath him unto a certain confidence. But you know he might die? What'll happen to his confidence then? It'll be at rock bottom, zero confidence, dead. The casualty rates in Westling's recent wars have been incredibly low, Elf. We've never fought anyone anywhere near advanced as Leyland, though. Ha! I've had this conversation many times today. I am becoming an expert. Yes, Leyland are more modern adversary than we are used to, but their military cannot hold a candle to the fatherlands. The West... Damn it, I'm having a hard time saying all these words. I'm not used to talking for this long. Fucking out of water. Okay. Water break. I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. Finally cold. Yes. bro. Hotel Transylvania 3 is the best anime? No. That honor truly belongs to Cory in the house. Okay. Just resituate myself. I'm good. Oh my god, hold up. Crickets and violin. So fancy. The Wesslinger Army's standard-issue bolt-action rifle represents the most up-to-date developments in firearm technology at the disposal of any force in LaSalle, if not the world. Leyland's armaments might as well be muskets. And we're even rolling out the machine guns they patented those years back. Never used in a war so far, our army is the very vanguard of modernization. But even muskets still kill. Yes, that's always a possibility, and no doubt the chance to be enshrined in Westling's heroic canon in such a manner holds a certain appeal for Will, as it does for me. It certainly outshines the eventual peaceful passing we'd have in civilian life. Jess, you missed the whole scene where we talked to Wolf. Man. I was doing his voice so well. I'm kidding, I wasn't. But what? If Will finds his end in the war, then surely his confidence is irrelevant. He will already have reached the very pinnacle of masculinity and honor. I don't like this guy. Is he hot? No, he looked like he did before. He wasn't in the army outfit. He was just kind of a dude, alright? My back fucking hurts. I need a better chair. Jen, are you trying to say that death is preferable? No, not at all. The vast majority of men come back from war alive, and stand as the highest living champions of nobility and virtue. But in this case, to be one of the lucky few who leave their mark on Lasallian history, it's hardly a bad consolation prize for falling in battle. Eugen, just one time, tell me that August is not going to die. You know, August, you know the kind of person he is, and you know the kind of person they need in a war. Essentially, you know that I cannot tell you that. But know that, should anything befall our friend, Private Will, when everything is over and done with, my door will always be open. Should August find himself unable to perform his duties in the homestead, I am willing to offer myself as a surrogate. Offer myself as a fellow to lean on. He's genuine. Oh shit. Yeah, but still, he's an asshole, fuck him. Which somehow makes it all so much worse. And Will's fate is, of course, far from a guarantee. So, you're not certain? Good heavens, no! My father spoke of a small handful of fallen comrades from his time in the service, but regularly headed out for giant reunion parties full of still-breathing ones. If you do not treat the war like a holiday, then people will find that death is something that very much happens to other people. It just remains to be seen whether Will can treat the proceedings with the gravity they deserve. Eugene, please watch over him. I will try. I cannot promise anything, but I will try. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. I know I can trust Eugene with a request like that. I know I can trust him to give it his all, and I really hope that I can trust him to succeed. An awkward tension fills the air. Just as I'm about to make an excuse to go and find August, Eugene speaks. As I survey the fields of my youth, bathed in dusk as so many of my formative memories, such thoughts are muddied by the slightest reticence. Are you trying to say you're going to miss it here? Quite. I'm going to miss the house, the fields, the landmarks, my mother most fair, and the people left behind. You're going with all the men from Boschberg, except Helmut. Do you need a butler that badly? You might have to iron your own shirts in the war, you know. That's not what I mean. I mean, my friends. You're always working. Do you even have any non-Blauros friends? Other than August, of course. Well, they're friends I've met through, well... You are literally August's only friend. You. Do you not consider yourself his friend? Oh, no, I do, but I, slipped my mind. You slipped your own mind? How did I do that? Well, you haven't slipped mine. And so, I have to go. One does not earn their place in heroic pantheon by dueling foreign nationals alone. Ha! Such altercations must take place in the defense of things one holds dear. In the defense of the people that one holds dear. Yeah, just stop. I think that was a bad noise, and I don't give a fuck. He's blushing? Hold up, let me back up. Only a little. Only a little. There we go. Wait a minute. It lets me back up and pick a different answer. I don't even need to fucking save, you know. I don't give Seduce Me a lot of credit, but the one thing that it did was make sure that you couldn't scroll up and pick a different option. They programmed for that. This guy did not. Nobody warned him. He should have been warned. I value the people of Boschberg higher than anything else. I've been raised with the sole purpose of serving as their steward, and it is an obligation I plan on honoring until this body of mine breathes its last. And if I cannot fight by their side and show the world what we Boschberg men are made of, then I have failed, not just as a Reinhold, but as a gentleman. Fuck it, I'll be nice. War is not easy. Nobody's saying that it is. But it has long served as the most true and honest test of a man's character that one can hope to undergo, and it is upon these very battlefields of the soul that the gentlemen of Boschberg will most assuredly do Westling proud. We will all do you proud. I swear it on the holy blade Blauschmarsch. The holy blade? That means a lot. Ah, yeah. Chrome in Smash. If only I knew who the fuck that was. Still no Waluigi. Can you believe people thought they were gonna put fucking Sans in Smash? But I'm still so hyped Shovel Knight got to be an assist trophy. That's pretty big. Love it when the indies win. Obviously, August wanted to speak with you before setting off. I have no idea where he's gone, though. Sincerest apologies. I have an idea. Will you be fine on your own at this hour? Yes, I think I'll be alright. The atmosphere's strange out there, but nice. It's been a while since there's been this festive a mood. Good night, Eugen. Eugen clasps his hand on my shoulder and gives me a somber smile. Until we meet again, my lady. You nerd. Did I detect sadness at the end there? Regret, something in that area. Generic protagonist, man guy dude, bro. Simon and Richter. Oh my god, I know, right? Like, I was just like... I was watching the fucking thing. I came in a bit late and I fucking saw him and I'm like, wait, is that Simon from fucking Castlevania? And then when I went back and rewatched the whole thing, like, later after I'd caught up, I watched that scene and Luigi fucking died and I was like, what the fuck? You don't even see his soul go back into his body. Luigi fucking died. And so did Mario and Mega Man. Why they gotta kill them off to introduce new characters? Damn. Man. No, but seriously, Simon and Richter, like, I couldn't even fucking believe it. Last character I ever expected. Especially Richter. I mean, he hasn't been in a game since, like, the fucking 90s, right? That's crazy. Okay, whatever. She had a wrong impression of him. Fucking go find August. He's still holding his fucking bag. I see August standing on his own, looking up at the post office. I knew you'd be here. Oh, Elf. Saying goodbye to the old post office, huh? I'll understand if that's the most important farewell you have to give. You said you'd follow on from the pub, but you never came. I was waiting for... Not that you're... I've got loads of... Was going to go visit Hilda's grave. Shush. Do you want to go inside? I know, fucking K-Roll. They did a double fake out with DDD. I've been loving all the fucking jokes about it. Like, DDD just shows up at, like, random Smash characters' houses to make fun of them. And when King K. Rool smacked him in the back of the head, I'm like, that's a label meme right there. Someone's gonna do something with that. Oh, man, that was great. How'd you get the key? 5-finger discount. I feel very cool. Discount? Would you have paid for it otherwise? Surely. What do you mean? I'm still feeling cool. I can save this. It was actually quite a misleading comment. Nah, Miss Mueller gave it to me because I'm consistently the most trustworthy employee, and I always complete my work on time and to a high standard. Okay, that's the least cool thing I've ever said. Well, there should still be stuff in the kitchen to make a pot of tea. Sounds good. 2.5 hours, we still haven't shipped off for the fucking war. Ooh, dog, we getting this serious? Come on. Yeah. That was a really good trailer, though. You know, with, like, Diddy and Donkey Kong, and just their reaction faces. That's pretty great. I can kill people. Always a bold opening statement. Stop it, shut up. I was thinking about what you said, and you think you can do it? Mm-hmm. August, I'll only say this once more, I swear. But I'm serious. You're kind of a little bit the last person in the world that should be in the army. I'm not sure you've thought this through. Not as the nervous smile from outside. I've thought it through. Believe me, I've thought it through. August, the war only broke out this morning. It's been coming for months. Everyone's seen it coming a mile off. August borderline shouting now. I motion for him to consider the hour it is, and he continues in a hush, but no less frenzied tone. I've been waiting for this for so long. I've been reading newspapers. Do you have any idea how hard that is? Some of them use huge words. But I've persevered, because every day I've been hoping this damned war is going to finally get going. I've been praying for this. You don't understand how important it is. You don't understand how long I've been waiting to be a man. Playing a visual novel about World War I and we're talking about Smash. Hey, I find historical dramas very boring, but this was a free game. And I'm enjoying practicing my voice acting. It's kind of fun. Because, I mean, like, usually when I do these dating sims, I just read them and expect everybody else to read along with me. But I've kind of come to realize that I read really fast and no one can keep up. We still got that dramatic violin music. It's getting way too loud. Shut up. August, I don't know what to tell you. You are a man. I cannot leave the room if you fucking shut up. But I'm not. Okay, biologically, but not really. Not a real one. Just August Whale, the sissy from the post office. August Whale who lost every game and failed every exam. August Whale chatting with old ladies, then daydreaming at his desk every single day of his life. Damn, this is the kind of dialogue that you would hear in like an old-timey war movie, you know? I could see this as a movie in the 50s. This guy going off to the war, but he's definitely going to die in the war. It's kind of probably a thing that's going to happen. When is it ever going to be relevant whether you're a man, alright, a real man, or not? I know what you're trying to say, but that doesn't matter. I can't explain. You don't understand. Women don't understand. I don't want to kill anyone. I really don't want to do that. But when I think of what's at stake... What? What do you think is at stake? I know I have to fight. I will fight for you. Oh God, this nonsense again? Eugen just said a very similar thing. Apparently this entire war is being waged in my best interest. I had no idea. What? Eugen said that? He was talking about all the townspeople. Good. I mean, it's good that Eugen doesn't get too personally wrapped up in this. This isn't a personal thing. This is a national cause. The nation's boys must become men. That's the important thing. That wasn't what you were saying earlier. Well, obviously for me it's personal. Personal pertains to oneself, and in my case, that self is me. But for everyone else, it's a national issue. Flawless. Listen, everyone's saying that the risk of death is low, but I don't even care if I am one of the unlucky ones. Or one of the lucky few, as Eugen puts it. August, this is ridiculous. How can you say that? Because I don't care if I die, if it's for you. August. No, not August. Listen to me. I can do this. August, I appreciate the sentiment, I think, but that isn't the sort of thing you can go around saying at a time like this. How is any of this appropriate? And this isn't going to help me, in any way. I am sitting here in Boschberg's post office, and that's where I'm going to remain for the foreseeable. Even if everyone dies and we lose the war, you know what'll happen to me? Nothing. The worst that'll happen is the country will get poorer. So it'll be inconvenient for me, or I'll struggle for food for a bit, but that's not worth risking your life for. I wouldn't risk mine for that, so don't you risk yours. I understand what you're trying to do. I really, really do. But do you not see how disproportionate it is for you to go seeking death or glory just for the sake of sparing me some headaches later in life? Stuff like this has its time and place, but if you're only going away for my sake, it's totally unnecessary. I'm behind the lines in Boschberg, and I always will be. It's not about any of that. But how can it... It's about me and you. What are you even talking about? Oh, shit! Is he doing the thing? Oh, Jess is gonna be pissed. Damn, bro. Begins to speak once more, but his tone is different. His words carry a determination previously only hinted at. All my life, you've always been better than me at everything. Better in school, better at talking to people, better at sports. But this is something only I can do. Finally, something I'm the best at. Finally, something that's actually going to impress you. The one thing you can't be is a man. A real man. But I can. I'm not going to live my life like a frail child. I'll be tougher. I'll be better. And you finally know that you can rely on me. Yeah, Jess, I know you're pissed. And what if you die? What about the chance that a self-confessed frail child goes over there and just vanishes without a trace? I've already said, if that happens, then I'll have died for you. Not for Westling, for justice, for politics. I'll have died for you. Damn. This war is entirely politics, that's all it is. What are you talking about? August, you don't have to prove anything to me. You so obviously don't. This motherfucker. Oh, man. It's getting good, right? All I know is I'd never be able to look in the mirror again if I let this chance slip through my fingers. If it isn't meant to be, then it isn't meant to be. If I die, then I die. But I can't just let this chance pass me by. This is embarrassing. What I'm trying to say is, if we have any kind of future, then I need to do this. What should I say? What should I say? What do you mean, our future? Answer me, August. Why are you saying this? I have my reasons. You of all people should know I have my reasons. You're the most important person in my life. Everyone else leaves me. They die or they have enough of me and they go. But you've always been here, and I've never repaid you. I've only ever cared about being able to do something worthwhile for you, to be able to give you a good life, above all else. And I've not even managed the first thing yet, let alone the second. Eugen offered me a job at the fields. A good one, but I said I'd work here with you. But that was a stupid idea. I never grew up, and I never became anyone worth your time. Damn. He calms a little, but right now that's not reassuring. It's infuriating. August, you repay me by being here with me. How the hell are you going to do that if you're dead? My plans are flexible. If that happens, at least I won't live a guilty life. Everyone will know that I give everything for you. Dying is going to help a friendship? Friendship. Yes, why would you do any of this? Just for a friend. Damn. I think I chose the wrong thing, because I think he might confess now. I'm sorry, Jess. This is happening. Because clearly there's nothing else that I can do for them. Wait, does the main character not have a job? No, she works at the post office with August. He just really has a thing for her because she's the only one who talks to him. Friend-zoned. What? Whether you want me or not, I can be the man you deserve. I can put my life on the line for you. And if I die, then I'll die knowing that I'm as much of a man as any other. And that will always be true. I didn't know I'd driven him to feel this way. He doesn't need to impress me. Why does he care what I think? Now the stupid boy has signed his life away, and not even Eugen, the eternal optimist, can say for sure that he'll make it back. It's getting late. Yeah, thanks for the tea. What time are you leaving tomorrow? The crack of dawn. Miss Rouse, would you like to... Yes, I'll come see you off at the station. Good. Quiet calm. Things are deflating. I think we both know that whatever happens and whatever could have been, all we can do now is wait. Are you still going to visit Hilda's grave? I will be heavily fatigued tomorrow if I take an hour-long detour to visit the grave of my pet rabbit from primary school. Okay, yes, good point. We'll not go. That isn't what I said. This fucking nerd. We took a walk to Hilda's grave on the outskirts of town. August had dug her a little one on the edge of the big cemetery. It was a somber moment. Was someone we knew going to end up here sooner than they'd like? Eugen? Wolf? August? Hopefully everything would be alright. Hopefully everything would be over before Christmas, like people have been saying. It never is. I did not get the bad end. Wolf would have walked off regardless of what I did. The whole point was she left the bar after talking to that dude, and then she ran into Wolf on her way to go find August and Eugen, and then they talked. I think I did everything right in that conversation, and then we went to go talk to Eugen, and now we're here. It's a story. Please. Honestly, she doesn't even know Wolf that well. It has to build. It has to grow. There has to be moments. I'm getting real tired. Maybe it's like Eugen said. Death happens to other people. But if he's wrong, it doesn't bear thinking about. And early the next morning, I set out to fulfill my promise. Is that a fucking train? Oh, great generic dudes. Good job, Nolente. I really hope she got paid for this. Like, I know she does commissions, but, like, I really hope she did get paid for this. You know, since they're selling the game and all. It's cutting it worryingly fine. I feel awkward being the only accompanied woman here, but I realize that nobody's looking at me. Everyone's preoccupied with their own affairs. Ho, elf. All of a sudden, Eugen's jaunty tone rings out across the platform, and he saunters up to me. I'm gonna be frank with y'all. He looks way better in a uniform. He appears to be alone, too. Eugen, is your mother here? Unfortunately, I had to make my farewells this morning. Mrs. Reinhold's fever has flared up once more, and she remains bedridden. Ugh. Air pocket, my bad. Sorry to hear that. Still, it is comforting to see a familiar face amongst the townsfolk, after all. You are a veritable ray of sunlight on this chilly, foggy morning. Oh, Jesus. But this seems more sincere than usual. Not that that's saying much. How are you feeling? Understandably trepidatious, though I am confident that basic training will alleviate my concerns regarding the Bushberg's men's current nature as somewhat of a rabble. Okay. They certainly don't seem the most refined of gentlemen right now. Ha, everyone's excited, and I'm not sure they're necessarily in the most genteel frame of mind. Still, I'm sure that by the time we find ourselves in Vermeerl, a generous helping of military discipline will have long since curbed their more rambunctious tendencies. Oh, great. There's your boy toy, Jess. Shut up. How can you join a conversation with shut up? Eugen, don't concern yourself with the rabble. They'll be the first out the door. Wait, you mean... I mean, they'll either fix their behavior pretty damn sharpish or they'll be pushing daisies. Doesn't make any difference to me. It shouldn't make any difference to you. Flattered as I am that you chose to chip in with your valuable opinion at this moment in time, Hossman, Alf has come to see the venerable Boschberg men off, and the best you can muster are flimsy provocations. I'm not sure why you came, Elf. Thanks, I guess. You Sundari little bitch. I wasn't trying to provoke anyone. I was just saying. I doubt it'll be that forgiving out there. If you're gonna die, then it's gonna happen, right? Don't bother worrying about them idiots. It's as fair as it can be. The free market of death, a lovely theory to be leaving us with, Wolf. Free market of Elf, do not be so morbid. I wasn't. It was Wolf who... Oh, never mind. Sorry. And Hossman, if your words contained a single ounce of truth, and a man's competence was indeed genetic, then what would be the purpose of strategy, eh? What strategy do we need? Good soldiers kill bad ones, and every Leylandian's a bad one. Weak Westlingers die. We got soldiers left. Weak Leylandians die. They got none. We win. Yes, well, be that as it may, we cannot be leaving our compatriots behind with such wicked abandon. Whatever, thought I was helping, but fine. Get to fuck. What? Get to fuck, I guess. Next. Thanks so much for coming over, Wolf. That is really useful so far. Shut up. Another cutting witticism for the conventional thrust and parry. For the conversational thrust and parry. And I must reiterate, Hossman, precisely why are you here with us? Nothing else to do. Who are you here with? Can you not bother those poor souls instead? Granddad couldn't come. Wolf puts his hand in his pocket and slouches, glancing scornfully at the touching stones where scenes were surrounded by. I can't even fucking read. He looks grumpy and nobody's saying anything. This isn't how I pictured it at all. Suddenly he takes a hand out of his pocket, clicks his finger and looks at me. Well, I remember. You should have this. From his other pocket, Wolf produces a small rusted knife with a scratched, half-rotted wooden handle. He pushes it into my hands. Handle first. He pushes it handle first into my hands. Okay. How long have you been planning on giving me this? Is this a sincere offering? No. What? Huh? Oh god, it is? But regardless, shouldn't you be keeping this? No. Don't know if the Rust gives it away, but this ain't exactly military issue. They do give us actual weapons, you know. This is just... I had this lying around. See, Jess, I did a good job. He gave me a gift, even if it's a rusty knife. So Elf gets a farewell present, is that it? Hossman, you dog. It's not a present. She said last night about feeling safe, but you never know what them Leylandians are gonna try. I wouldn't put it past them to come and sneak into a place like this. So, knife. Oh, well, thank you, Wolf. What the hell am I gonna do with this? It's rude to throw it away now. So I've just sort of got a dirty old knife on me. Great, thanks, Wolf. The boys can be heard beckoning passengers to board. The men share one last embrace with their families and begin to gravitate towards the train. Where is August? I have no idea. If he does not act fast, he may find himself missing this dispatch altogether. He'll technically be deserting. I'm sure they will be lenient. When it's particularly hapless civilians turning soldier overnight, they are bound to struggle with discipline initially. But the war will probably be over by the time he finally makes his way to the field. It is indeed a tragedy that at this rate he will not find his absolution. This is it then. Farewell, Elf. May the gods reunite us before too long. See ya. Goodbye. Eugen bows before taking my hand and landing a peck on it. I'm too stunned to really respond to that, but I know it's just gentlemanly decorum. Give someone Tetris with that? Wait, what? You mean fucking tetanus, or are you fucking with me? August, where the fuck are you? Wait, oh my gosh, wait. Splash as he catches sight on me at the corner of his eye and skids to a halt. Elf, I'm so sorry, I lost track of time. It means the world that you came to... Go! Yep, okay. August runs past in a flurry, hurling his small bag of personal effects into the nearest carriage. Just before embarking, he runs back to me. He stands frozen, his eyes meet mine. Elf. He opens his mouth to speak. He leaps up, his panic is palpable. Go! Yes, bye. He sprints for the train, practically jumping on board. As it steams off, I wave at Eugen and August as they hang out the window amidst a crowd of men with similar ideas. And it's gone! More background art! Yay, Nalente! And then... they're gone. "6 months later! Oh my god, time skip no jutsu. It's been a little while. August wrote twice in basic training, saying how everyone was getting on. He struggled at first, but then things really started to come together for him once he got into the mindset. Eugen was being as verbose and flamboyant as ever, but ultimately didn't have too much trouble, and enjoyed the challenge of taking his higher-ups' orders. His attitude raised eyebrows initially, but the Boschbergers still revered him as somewhat of an elder brother. Some of them are well into their 40s, so I guess that says a lot about Eugen's spirit. That and the bizarre atmosphere. Unsurprisingly, Wolf was antisocial and difficult. He handled the demanding workload well, but remained obstinate and was regularly disciplined for his attitude towards his superiors. Alright, this is getting boring. Training took a couple months in total. We've only received one letter from August since then, telling me Boschberg fellows have been assigned to the 28th Infantry, I believe, and dispatched to the front, and that they were engaged in digging a trench, which apparently they're living in for the time being. That hardly sounded like the most dynamic tactical maneuver. Yeah, trench warfare is the fucking worst. That's why they don't make that many video games about World War I. But I later learned that those trenches had stretched across the whole of Levasseur, and that the whole thing was currently somewhat of a stalemate. Our boys are still stationed in Vermorel, but the soldiers of each side are now lined up across the entire country. The fighting's due to be widespread indeed. Well, it's comforting to know where everyone is. Vermorel's not actually too far away. Hardly the grand odyssey Eugen was waxing lyrical about. That over by Christmas thing didn't happen, by the way. It's mid-January now. But hopefully we can still enjoy spring. Edgos on our eastern border joined the war pretty quickly, and they're on our side. They're only a small country, but they ought to balance out Leyland's support from Levasseur. There's a bunch of treaties in place preventing Edgosian forces entering Leyland on the eastern front. The war's in Levasseur, and apparently that's being respected. And given that the war is in Levasseur, the Levasseur regiments amongst our enemy are hardly afforded a great deal of maneuverability, so things are looking good for us. Sorry, none of that's really relevant. As for me, well, I'm doing August's postal route. It's harder than he made it seem. I've messed up so many times. Turns out he was better than me at something all along. It's only memorizing addresses, so it hardly would have vindicated him to know that, but nonetheless. The men haven't written in a couple of weeks now. Every day I check the post bag, but nothing. It would be nice to confirm their location hasn't changed, amongst other things, like whether or not they still walk this earth. News of casualties trickle in every now and again. They seem heavier than people first suspected. There's few enough that the fellows are unlikely to become a statistic, but confirmation would still be very comforting indeed. Hey, the house! Reinhold Manor is one of my last stops today. As I walk down the front path, I see one of the fields and spy a commotion unfolding. Oh dear, it's gonna be Lear again, isn't it? Hang on, I recognize the figure being accosted. Oh, fucking great. Now we gotta deal with these two faceless biddies? You heard me, pig. What the hell do you think you're playing at, just milling about like nothing's wrong? I just want to work. I can't even look at you. You're polluting this town with your cowardice. You stay away from my family. I'm planning on bothering your... You've got to warn your daughters about this one. I've told mine already. I ain't letting him anywhere near the gene pool, don't worry. Okay. People in 1914 didn't know fuck about the gene pool. Nobody would say that. I'm calling out this bad dialogue. That's not really the primary thing on my... I'm trying to prune this. Going to work like everything's fine. Just showing your damn face is an insult, Lear. Very helpful, thank you. This is a regular enough occurrence. For the first few weeks, Gerhard would fight back like in the pub that time. But by this point, his spirit has been all but entirely sapped. Aside from the most cursory concessions to fluster, he simply nods his head, endures the townspeople's abuse, and growls half-hearted acknowledgments. It's important. Someone has to do it. What are you even talking? That's what you should say about the war, Lear. We can handle the gardens ourselves. If we could fight, we would. Ugh. Fucking goddammit, the fruit flies have got back in. Okay, you know what? You're crossing a fucking line. Oh, you. Yes, we all know this shit. How are you feeling? Never better. Really? Are you some kind of... I'm obviously being dismissive. Oh, phew. That time at the pub. I'm sorry about that. Don't worry about it. It was a very stressful time. I shouldn't have flown off the handle. Recruitment day was actually quite... I said not to worry about it. You don't have to apologize. Thanks. I saw all that just now. It seems you're still not the most popular man in town. No, not in the slightest. These women are all taking over from male laborers and gardeners, usually their husbands. So they verbally assault me every day, naturally. Sorry to hear that. At least it's not physical assault. They physically assault me most days. Oh. Guess that's right, the old slap. Imagine it's often worse than that. Yeah, but he's been doing that since the beginning. He's like always like cradling his arms like this. It's not that special. So you're not being attacked by men. No, the remaining men attack me too. What? Surely they're in the same boat as you. No, there's ones who are here for other reasons. Other reasons? What other reasons can these hoodlums have? They're old. Very old. Oh. Gerhard, why didn't you want to go? Oh, I'm calling out this bad dialogue. Nobody talks like that. Just out of interest. People don't usually do that. Why don't you hate me? You were close to August, and you didn't, and you knew Wolf. They've all gone off to fight. How can you even be around me? I don't think you're a bad person. You're not acting immorally, I'm certain of that much. You don't know that. None of us know that. Not yet. Come on, this isn't time for melodrama. It's still morning. Can't be melodramatic in the morning. That's the best time to be melodramatic. I understand what you're going through, and you're obviously very troubled. Troubled? I'm not troubled. I'm not weak. I'm strong. A strong one. Strong man. Of all. Gerhard, I didn't say you were weak. You did. You all but did. I need... Okay, I have to go. Greenhouse work. Urgent greenhouse. Green work. Okay, I'm getting real bored with this. Like... Even I'm getting tired of my dramatic voice acting, honestly. Is it almost over? Okay. Okay, I know who that is, but like, do I really want to fucking deal with this? Great. Good afternoon, Elf. It's Helmut, dressed in his busted, antiquated cavalry uniform and patrolling with a creaky 30-year-old service revolver poking out of his jacket pocket. Hello, Helmut. How's the patrol today? It's going well. Old Miss Swig had prepared an excellent gâteau, of which I was, of course, invited to partake. People like Helmut. The sheer obviousness of his disability means everyone knows he was barred from enlisting, rather than simply opting not to, and he worked so hard in the name of the war effort. Essentially, his standing in town couldn't be further from Gerhardt's. I've been running into him almost every day, and we always have a quick chat. Training in combat maneuvers does tend to make one feel rather silly alone in that giant drill hall, but such is the life of a solitary home guardsman. I'm still taken aback that none of the retirees enlisted. I cannot blame them. Old Mr. Eckhart has been asked to help at the ironworks, and how fucking Jesus. Enough. He's 28. Hear that, boys? He's legal. That's always such a big problem with dating sims. They're always underage. Nobody thinks that helmet. Oh, Jesus. What happened? Of course, and he couldn't do shit because he had fucking polio, and he's blushing now, I think. Interesting. Sounds like he handled it very well. Thank you, but not well enough. Handling it well will entail mastering my limitations to the extent where I can partake in active service. Helmet, that's impossible. For an ambitious man, it is a trifling matter. Okay, hold up. Ah, shit. No, I think it froze. Okay, now it's back now. Jesus. I thought we'd lost those bits again. That would be bad. But we're good. Don't worry about it. Ugh, I'm so bored with these fucking conversations. I can't read all this. I don't care anymore. This is why I dislike anime guys with glasses. They're either like him or smug. Or they're smart and smug. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm fucking bored. I mean... I don't want to do any more conversations. I'm just gonna get out of here. Yes. Overwrite my save. Return to menu. Yes. And I see there's August right on the front. So I could see where the game was pushing us. We don't know who most of these Randys are. Don't know who that is, or that, or that, or that. Damn. Shit's gonna get real. But also, it's been like 3 hours. I'm getting pretty tired of this. I guess I'll pick this up tomorrow. I don't know. Whatever. It'll happen. It'll happen some way. So thank you all for tuning in, and peace.